Oh, I was like, wait, couldn't think of anything. Okay, anyway, hello. Good evening, everyone. We are playing The Sims 2 today. We're gonna be in Pleasant View, which is a town that I love to play in pretty much quite frequently. You know, something I realized is that Sims 2, Sims 2 Pleasant View is literally the only town I find that is probably the um, most chaotic town I've ever played in my entire life. Well, but I don't know. I keep going back to that town for some odd reason. I don't know why. I enjoy the chaos that it brings me. But Savvy, welcome in. It's good seeing you today. How are you? I hope all is well and swell. We're playing The Sims 2 today, which I have not played in a hot minute. And I feel like every time I play The Sims 2, something is bound to happen. Usually, either a sim is ready to dearly depart, or someone gets slapped. It's one of the two. I don't know. What can we say? Oh, your first Sims game was busting out, and your favorite memory is living with Dudley and his crusty trailer. Not the crusty trailer. But honestly, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, because bestie, same. However, then I had a tendency of like, I don't want to live with anyone. I want to live by myself, for myself. In busting out, I think, because remind me, wasn't busting out the one where like if you had a kid who had like an F in school, they would get sent to military school? Because I'm pretty sure that was the game. Either way, when I played my very first Sims game, it was Sims 1. But I remember distinctly I had a child and they had an F in school and then it got sent to military school and I just bust out laughing for no reason. I thought that was very funny. But Kara Smith and Rising Boone, welcome in. And Leilani, hello. How are you? Your first Sims game was Sims 4, and your favorite Sim memory is when your Sim had a bunch of children. That's really nice. I kind of, I like that type of stuff. Like I enjoy family gameplay more than anything, and when my Sims have a bunch of kids, it's exciting, but also nerve-wracking at the same time. But I managed to control the chaos at least. You're an OG Sims player, very good book lover. You played Sims busting out on the Nintendo. Oh my gosh. One of those handheld consoles. What are those again? I'm not sure what they are. I played on a PlayStation 1. And then I transitioned over to PC because I realized I am not a console player at all. Not even one bit. I'm like terrible at it. But I'm learning. The first time we played Sims was Sims 4, and you had your brother play on the Xbox, and I tried to make a family. Oh, I remember when I played. This was like back during the Sims 3 days. Like we had, I played the Sims 3 on Xbox 360 one time. It took one time, and then I said never again. I was like, forget it. I'm not playing Sims 3 on Xbox. That's just a tragedy waiting to happen. Never again will I do that. No. But yeah, there was military school in The Sims busting out, I remember. And it only happened when your kids had bad grades. Instead of getting them taken away, they had bad grades. And you was like, well, time for you to get shipped off. Goodbye. See you never. um Your first Sims game was Sims 1 in 2001. Those were the memories. I kind of miss Sims 1, even though I literally have it. I kind of miss it. I don't play it that much, honestly. I need to, but I don't have the patience. I think it's mainly the patience I don't have to play The Sims 1. I get too scared. I'm like, ooh, I don't know. You playing on console is hard, especially building. Oh, it is. I never tried to build on console before, but I should. But Regine, Joe, and Awanu, welcome in. How are you? We're discussing what our first Sims game was and our favorite memory that we remember. Do you have any ideas? Do you have any memories? You're being proud of yourself today. We had a leak in our outdoor piping that was, oh, with our hose and fix it all by yourself. Yay! Congratulations. That's really cool. I'm trying to be a handy man, like handy manny, but it's not working in my favor. I'm trying. I always thought I could be like Bob the Builder. And I thought I could be like Handy Manny, but no. I could never even speak Spanish. Your first time playing The Sims. Oh, it was Sims 1 because your dad thought it would be you would like it, and he was right. You know, a simmer at birth. Sims 4 was actually your first one. Got back into it in 2019 when it was free for a month. I forgot it was free back then. They should do that. They should put The Sims 4. Well, it's free now, but like, I feel like they should do like another trial of a pack. That could be interesting. The new building mechanics on console has made it difficult. Really? Is it hard? Um, oh, I can't spell. I'm typing something to my mod right now. I can't spell. Um, oh, okay. I couldn't spell. You watch the Dad Plumber on YouTube and was very helpful. Gave me confidence. Very good. I keep trying to learn how to tie a tie, and I still can't. I still cannot. I don't know how to tie a tie, but I'm learning. But YouTube. My dad helps me too, but like I don't wear a tie enough to like really even do it myself. So I'm like YouTube. It is. Um, you forgot about Handy Manny. No, Leilani, how dare you? How dare you? Handy Manny's the best thing ever. He was once engaged to Demi Lovato, and then it got really bad. Yeah. You never been interested in gaming until other than a little online games when we were all kids, like Habba Hotel and Farmville. Those were the days. Mm. Mm. Also, we have a lovely pronoun check in chat, by the way, from Macy Rose. My pronouns are he, him. If you all didn't know, feel free to share your pronouns in the chat if you would like to, of course. And Rosa, hello. How are you? Oh, your first Sims thing was Sims 1. Good. I always feel like a lot of us are legacy players without being legacy players. Because we played The Sims for so long, and it's like we'll play for 2 generations or more if we're like feeling the family, enjoying the gameplay. But then there are times where like you're too good, so I have attachment issues. You can no longer continue, so we shall play a new family, like I always end up doing. Thank you all for letting me know your pronouns, by the way. I really appreciate that. If you don't know what we're doing today, we are where'd it go? We are playing The Sims 2 today, which we have not played in a hot minute. Because I don't know. We have just played it, haven't played it in a while, and I kind of miss it. I enjoy this game quite thoroughly. Oh, today was your birthday was today. Well, happy birthday, Regine Joe. That's so cool. What are your plans? What were your plans for today? What did you do for your birthday? Anything special? I would love to know. But happy birthday. You've never actually played The Sims 1 through 3? Kara, my little heart. It hurts. I'm telling you, The Sims 2, I personally, for me, I played all the Sims games. I own them all. But like The Sims 2 was the one that I kind of understood more. I was like of age, 8 years old, when this game came out. But I was honestly, I shouldn't have been allowed to play this game because all the cutscenes were so raunchy. But I thoroughly enjoyed it still. The cutscenes what sold me, but then all the drama is also what sold me too. Like that drama, iconic. Sims 2, iconic. Sims 3 is great, but nothing can beat The Sims 2 for me. Just telling you. Cutscenes equals monitor off right now. Toss it out the second story window. We don't need to see those. No. The woohoo, I think out of all the cutscenes that are the most raunchy is the woohoo cutscene. The other ones are fine, but like that woohoo cutscene is just a hot mess. I want to know who at EA in the early 2000s made those cutscenes, because I'm telling you, those cutscenes were on some other level. I have to play it soon. Yeah. John Wick. How is John Wick, by the way? I'm currently rewatching all the other films to, make it sense for my own brain. I mean, they don't look bad. Because I know there's like 3 others that I have to watch to understand. Oh, you played them all, but I still say Sims 2 will always be my favorite, 100%. And this is why I play it. Not a lot of people on stream play this game, and I'm thinking, I gotta play it for the peeps. The people gotta know. The people gotta know. So I always revert back to this town called Pleasant View, which is a part of the base game. And this town has like 25 years of history. 25 years. And it all starts with, Don Lothario and Nina and Dina Caliente. And then, the whole Bella Goth disappearance with the aliens and, Mortimer and Alexander Cassandra. And, the Pleasants, like Daniel and Mary Sue Pleasant, their 2 kids, Angela and Lilith. And then a few other people that I can't remember. But, like, it's messy. Like, it's extremely messy on how it goes down. Messy. The Who cutscene really said, "Cover your eyes, children," literally. And Mars Bar, welcome in. How are you doing today? You like to create in the world in The Sims 3 and creating the style? I remember the Create a World and Create a Style 2 in The Sims 3. Those were really fun. I would love to have another one in The Sims 4, but like, I don't know if I want that. I don't know how that would work. You have a vague memory of a bandit from the early Sims and remember being terrified. Oh, getting robbed in The Sims in general is just horrifying. It is horrifying. Hello, Dewalitian. It's good seeing you today. I hope you're doing well and swell. Savvy. That message is funny. I see your Discord status. Interesting. Interesting. It's so nostalgic for you. I appreciate you play this. Yeah, I really enjoy playing this a lot. I'm trying to figure out what family. Oh, I need to move Daniel Pleasant's. One, 2, 3. Third? I'm gonna say either 3rd or 4th baby mama. Because, okay, here's the thing. Daniel Pleasant's messy. He's already dead. I didn't like him. But Daniel Pleasant, before he died, he had a baby with his next door neighbor, and then he died the next day, leaving that Isabella over here, a single mom. And then literally days afterwards, her baby got taken away by CPS because she was at work, and her neighbor thought it'd be a good idea to not take care of her own, neighbor's child. So apparently we get our baby taken away, and then we have Angela here, Miss Angela Pleasant, take in Isabella's child, Gregory Daniel Pleasant, into her home. And then Isabella called Angela saying, "Hey, I'm your father's baby mama. Can I move in with you?" Angela said, sure, but I'm skeptical. And now Angela doesn't really like Isabella, so basically Isabella and Gregory have to leave Angela's home and move into a different location for themselves. So that's what's happening today. Your parents almost caught you with the woohoo cutscene came on. I unplugged the computer. That's very funny. Oh, Lordy Lou, that's hilarious. Oh, well, to answer your question, Sailor Sav, I didn't apply for it. I'm just a part of the Disney Dreamlight Valley creators. They just picked me because I play Disney Dreamlight Valley. There's no form to fill out. It's just me. Me just playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. I was surprised they emailed me like a long time ago saying, hey, you want to be part of the program? I said, sure. So there, I don't know how to even apply. They just asked me to be a part of the first Twitch drop. I don't know. You're thinking of doing a save file today. Your Sims and your main save are all dead and they have random children. You know, a save file is good to do. Yes, yes. Savvy and I are matching statuses. Oh, really? I don't see yours, DeWally Tan. Oh, wait, hold on. We're not Discord friends. Oopsies. Hee hee. So yeah. I didn't see yours. I just saw Sappy. Jocelyn, hello. It's good seeing you today. I hope you're doing well and so well. Okay, Isabella, can you come downstairs real quick? We're gonna have you actually move out and find your own place. They're gonna move into the apartments in the farther side of Pleasant View that I built a couple of months ago. And I believe she came from... Did she go on vacation recently? Oh, she did. Isabella recently went on vacation a long time ago after her child got taken away from CPS and came back to this home. That's right. I knew it was something. I can't remember. Okay. No, I've never played the Pleasant View save file from The Sims 3, but I know that Pleasant Sims made a save file for The Sims 3 of Pleasant View, and I want to try it out and see what it's like, because I love Pleasant View and all its drama. Oh, and the other thing too, ooh, that's rough. That's really rough. Oh, that's just way worse. Dang. No wonder Angela said, Isabella, get out my house. You don't pay rent. I took in your child. I didn't take care of him. Lordy Lou. I forgot. So what's very weird and interesting about The Sims 2 is that you could leave your game unpaused and not do anything. And if your Sims have a bad relationship, they'll start fighting each other for no reason. And I find it very funny, but also very scary too at the same time. And the sad part is that I literally not 2 seconds of living here in our last stream, Angela came over to Isabella and slapped Isabella in the face and started fighting her for no good reason. And then Leo came over and saw the fight happening. He cried, and then Angela went over to comfort Leo, saying everything's all right. Isabella is just a bad woman. We don't like her, blah, 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 whatever. So it's very, very, very wild in this household. Angela just has a dark past. I mean, granted, she has like 3 kids and several siblings from like several different people. Can you blame her? Oh, you have it and you like it? Ooh. So it's a fun Daniel Pleasant moved in with Brandy. Brandy in my save in The Sims 2 is an elder. Daniel's dead, but Brandy broke. You know, honestly, I could see it. I could see it. Yeah. When you really think about it, yeah, it makes sense. It looks like a Sims 2, a Sims full of Sims 2. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy around here. Cause like, so Angela has like 5 siblings, which is wonderful. Can can't really blame her because, you know, Angela and Lilith, they're both siblings. Of course, through Mary Sue and Daniel, who's dead. And then you have Scarlett, who is the child of, you know, the maid that was hired by Daniel and Mary Sue. Basically, Daniel had an affair with the maid several times. Not fun. But then, you know, one thing led to another. Daniel ended up having another kid when he was dating and married Dawn. And they adopted a kid named Sonyador. And then after, you know, the whole debacle and drama, there was a time where Daniel married Malcolm Landgrab at one point. And they're no longer together because Daniel's dead. But when Daniel moved into an apartment next door to Isabella, he had like 1 day left to live. So he ended up getting married, got Isabella pregnant, and they had a kid together named Gregory. Now, Gregory doesn't know his own father at all. Like, he was already dead before he was born. So that happened. But the thing is, though, between Sonyador, she has like several siblings. She's like, I'm the drama. You're remodeling an apartment in San Myshuno for your IRL kids tonight. Oh, that's so nice of you. And Rosa, enjoy your the rest of your day. Speaking of scary in The Sims 2, remember I left the camera on my sim and she literally stared at my soul. That's when you know the Sims are self-aware. And that's crazy. So kind of scary. So basically, where was I? Oh yeah, so Sonyador, she has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 siblings by several different people. Donathan is between Dawn and Cassandra Goth. Bambi is between Dawn and Nina. And then, you know, Angela and Lilith, Mary Sue and Daniel. And then Scarlett, the maid, and Daniel. And then Michael and Carly Shay Caliente, the nice witch, is between Dawn and Dina Caliente. And then Gregory through Isabella and Daniel. Sonyador was adopted. But then Angela has another sibling named Ellie, who was adopted through Mary Sue. So there's been a lot of mess in this household, but I kind of like it. This entire family tree, I'm like, I'm gonna be problematic and y'all can't stop me. Exactly. Also, Daphne, hello. How are you? It's good seeing you today. Also, hello. Diet, thank you for the $50 donation, by the way, to Hope for Haiti. Oh my gosh, we're getting close to our $300 goal and we just started. But welcome in. How are you? I'm glad to have you here, everyone. I hope your stream went well. I saw some very interesting tweets from you, Daphne, earlier today. I see how you feel. I guess you hate Disney. That's not good. Oh, I have to update the thing. I didn't update the wording. Not wording, but the thingamajigger. But she did update it though. I just didn't update the wording. Anyway, we're good. My mods are mean. Well, I wasn't there, so you can't say I was mean to you now, can you? You love the Haitian proverb, beyond mountains, they are mountains. That is true, then that's beautiful. Like, if y'all don't know, we are raising money for Hope for Haiti all month long for the month of April, and we have a lot of things planned. Some crowd control. We'll probably have an unpause stream, maybe. We have a cooking stream happening next week. Or actually, no. We're having a cooking stream this month, which is actually next week on the 12th. But we have a lot of things planned. We're playing Among Us on Thursday. Some crowd control. Some co-working streams and a lot of just collaborative stuff, and I'm very, very excited. But thank you so much, Diet, though, for that $50 donation. That truly means a lot, and that goes to a very worthy cause for amazing people in Haiti. Her tweets were truthful. It's just so sad. However, we unlocked more milestones, so you gotta make me a shell. Me and the mods have been discussing what we can do for the shell challenge, and I'm kind of excited actually about that. So get your ears and eyes ready, Dabney. It's gonna be a wild ride. We have exciting things planned that you don't even know about. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Where's my thing at? I'm trying to find my graphic of the milestones that we have here for the charity, and I can't remember where they are at. Yeah, another co-working stream will be this month. I'm very excited. Oh, yeah, here it is. Here's mine. I couldn't find where I was looking for. Oh yeah, so basically at $400, I have to wear a chicken outfit at $400. We're getting close to that goal, so if you would like to donate to the charity at any time, feel free. But also to let you all know, every sub, gift sub, and bits donated to the channel throughout the entire month, 50% goes to the charity. So either or, whichever you do, it always supports the charity. But these are the little milestones we have going on here. At 300, did I change that? Oh, I gotta change that to 300. I mean, well, technically at 300, I'll have to wear the chicken outfit, which we're not that far away. We're like $17 away from hitting the goal of me wearing a chicken costume. At 500, my mods have to make a shell challenge. At 750, chat, you all decide what game it has to be. And that's gonna be scary because sometimes chat's a little bit wild. At 1,000, it's a 12-hour unpause stream. At 1,500, I have to restart the 100 baby challenge, which, you know, we're not that far, but you know, we could be farther by the time we reach that, maybe. At 300, my parents and I will do a cooking stream. At 5,000, I'll have to wear a Teletubby suit. And then 6,000 is the Hot One challenge. But then my little incentives I have over here is that $20, I send you a gift or I send you a thank you card. At $30, my mods have to tweet for me. And then at 50, if you donate at any time at $50 or above, you get a special Discord role if you're in the Discord. So those are little things that we got going on there. We're getting very close, which I need to change this thing on my Tiltify. It's at the 300 instead of 400. I don't know why I put that there in the first place. Here it is. Okay, there we go. Now it's changed. Mix, seep, and play fast, but that's I don't know. But we're almost there. $17 away. And enjoy your lurk, Leilani. I love how y'all were using your platform to help others. I am honestly, like, I am a firm believer in like helping others where it needs to be helped, and using my platform for something other than myself makes me happy. Like, if I am able to help others and use my platform for other people, I'm happy. Like, I don't really like getting, like, I don't like attention that much. So when I get the shift of focus away from me to somebody else, like a charity or whatever it might be, it's like a good thing. A good thing. Are y'all moving out? Are y'all leaving? How do you feel, Angela? You waving goodbye and a smile? That's unfortunate. Answering the title, Sims 3 on my cousin's Xbox, I annoyed them so much. Oh, so much because every time I visited, I would play hours. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with playing for hours? That sounds like a fun time, honestly. I need to see the donation list because I think we should have hit a mod tweet from me at some point. Wait, for me? I need to check the donation list because I think we should have hit a mod tweet. From who? From who? Only if they donate exactly $30 and then click the thing. Because I just checked everything. I don't see anything on my end, on my donations, my donation list for mod tweets. I usually have it right here, right beside me to make sure which ones are which. But most of them are like dollar trains, but nothing about a diss about a tweet. Jilla needs to be present for the purple Teletubby Day. Yeah, that's true. But only if we raise $5,000 for the charity. It could happen. I'd be interested in seeing me playing Phasmophobia. Oh my gosh. What? Cloudy Glow, hello. How are you doing today? It's good seeing you. Did we is what what you're asking. No. I didn't have a milestone for mod tweets. I just had a incentive. That's what it was, an incentive. But I didn't get anything on my end though, no. But we didn't. No one has donated or selected it yet. Because I wouldn't socialize with them. Well, that's their problem. Honestly, socialization's too much work. I want to socialize by myself. Okay, we're gonna have you take this apartment. Actually, no, what? Check out the apartment first, because I think this size on the 3rd level is actually good. Yeah, we'll go for the 3rd level. Because I can show you. Where is, here's donations. You have Excel, right? See. Where are you dabbing on this list? Here it is. Here. I waived all the perks and deleted my Twitter a long time ago. Oh. Well, basically, the way it works, like if mods tweet for me, basically the way it works, if you donated $30 and selected the reward on Tiltify, you would just send or technically my mods would tweet, like they would send me a message that I would have to tweet on Twitter. You wouldn't have to actually have a Twitter account in order to do it. I'm the one that's tweeting. My mods would send me a little message saying, tweet this. And then I would tweet it. So pretty much, yeah. No one really needs to have a Twitter account in order to do the whole mods tweet for me. It's me tweeting, but my mods just send me a message. I'm gonna rent out this apartment. Here we go. This one's expensive. Okay, so we have to update this apartment a little bit more. It's all good. But yeah, I just sent you the list, Dabney, in case you want it. For some odd reason, I don't know why you can have it. Oh, also, did you all hear that apparently we're getting a Shrek 5? Did you all hear about that? A Shrek 5 is happening. Because what's weird is that I feel like we were talking about this a long time ago. About Shrek 5, like, oh, it's like, oh, whatever happens if there's gonna be a Shrek 5. Not thinking there ever would be, because like Shrek 4 was weird. I didn't really enjoy that one as much. But I remember like saying, oh, what if we get a Shrek 5? You know, sometimes I need to learn how to stop talking. Because there have been times where I've said, oh, what if we get blank and blank? And then maybe like a year or a couple months later, it ends up like saying, so-and-so movie has been rebooted, or getting another movie. You know, the amount of times, I'm gonna say it, the amount of times I have said that I'm like, oh wait, what if we get a Home Alone 7? And I show, you know, the Wikipedia and everything, and like showing off like, oh, this is what it looks like, this is what Wikipedia looks like, and this is what it says about Home Alone and all the like sequels and stuff like that. I feel like eventually if I keep saying it's gonna happen and I don't want that, like how many times will they have it where a kid gets home alone? It's too much. But yeah, they're making a Shrek 5, and then they're also making a live action Moana movie. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's gonna be in it, and also the person who played Moana is gonna be in it as well. So it's gonna be really cool to see how it all ties together with all these new films. I realize our bed is like, or our bedroom is like so teeny tiny. It's not even funny. Yeesh. That's okay. That's okay. Do it over here. And then we can go and put some of this over here. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. Oh my gosh. I remember that whole thing on, almost said on TikTok, but on YouTube. Because like it was a whole series of like this Shrek is love, Shrek is life, and it was probably the most disturbing thing I've ever seen. Like it just got progressively scarier by the second, because something was off. Something was not right. Even Home Alone many times as a kid and never got Lost in the City. Yeah. I've been home alone as a kid before too. But I didn't go nowhere. I stayed at home and watched TV. But it was like for a couple of hours and like a couple of days. But you know, did I care? No. I was like, leave me alone. I'm good. I'm a teenager. I can be alone if I want to. I don't know. I think there are times I'm like, I don't need to have supervision. I can be by myself if I need to. But I don't know. It's creepy. I wouldn't want to have the whole Home Alone fiasco again. Be too much. Like what would it even be about though if they did one? What I want to see is a Barbie film. Did you see the trailer that they posted today? It looks interesting. It looks different, something I've never seen before. Still don't know the plot, but it looks creatively nice. You want to play The Sims 2 so bad? Awanu, it's the best game ever. I wish people could still like play this game. I know there are ways to get it, but like I bought mine. I don't know the other ways. Like there's like other ways to get it through the platforms. I think Luke had got Sims 2 for free somewhere, but I don't really know what the website's called really. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, let me go and put some of these things around here. We do need a living room, actually. A living room and not really a dining room. I just also realized we don't have any of our old furniture from our old apartments. Yikes. That's okay. The new Barbie posters that came out are so cute. They really are. I think the way they did them all is very creative. And I was trying to figure out, how are people making those like those custom ones? And like, how did you get yourself in a Barbie poster? It's through a website that they created. So I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I might as well make one myself eventually. I don't know. I'm gonna find a good photo to use. It's gonna be yellow, but like, what's it gonna do? Should be Kevin as a grown-up and repeat the cycle and leave his own kids home alone? I mean, that could be interesting. That could be a good plot. Kevin he's all grown up and leaves his own kids home alone. That would be interesting. But I feel like they should go to a different like location, like Hawaii. Could be really cool. Cause they always go somewhere cold. And I'm like, come on. Y'all got money for days. At least go to Hawaii or something. At least. There are ways, but I don't know how to find something that actually works. That's the problem. Finding something that actually works. You are correct. I don't want to cover the window, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to cover the window and I'm going to put this couch. It's cheaper. Oh, something that I would love to see again in The Sims is an IKEA collab. Like, IKEA is so popular. It's so cool. But I feel like there should be a... Okay. There should be a, another collab. We haven't had a branded collab in a while, but I think if they would do it again, it can be IKEA. Please and thank you. Oh, it usually crashes as soon as I try to open up CAS. There are a few ways to fix... Oh, we can put one over here. There are a few ways to fix The Sims 2 because this game is so ancient and old that there's like workarounds to get it fixed again and functioning so it doesn't crash on you. There's a lot of steps, but at the end of the day, it ends up working eventually, but it's still like tedious because there's a lot of constant workarounds of, is it gonna work? Is it not gonna work? You don't know. I don't want that one. Oh, this is the one. Let's actually use these two right here. I kind of want just one. I might just get one island. I just might do that actually, and then have that scoot in. I'll move the phony phone over here. And then I can put the built-in bar over here. And since the security camera is here, I can put the high chair for our toddler to be over here. Should also get some toys so they can also work on their little skills around here. It's gonna be very family friendly. Also get we need a alarm clock. That way Isabella can wake up for work. Give us IKEA, please. And while I can enjoy your lurk. If they do an IKEA collab, I want the who? The what shark? Oh, Google. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's an actual shark. A toy. I forgot that they actually sold toys. That would be nice because they did end up doing a bunch of like toys. I can show you. I have it in my game. Actually, get rid of that clock. I don't like it. Let's go to our collections and find IKEA. Yeah, so they have an IKEA home stuff section, and then they have an IKEA living room, and then IKEA bedroom. So they have like different categories, which is really nice. It helps like to signify what is what. Yeah, I think they did very well on this collab because it was well thought out. It was a brand that everyone knew and loved, even though it was like so complicated to like put the furniture together. It still made it a very good collab, like overall, I think. Yeah, I really loved this collection though. It was one of my favorites that I really deeply enjoyed playing through. But like if they had to do another collab, like a branded collab, what would you want? I'm usually not a fan of branded collabs. For The Sims 4, Mosquito and Mac weren't great. Yeah, I'm not really like, as much as a cast person that I am, the whole brands that they used at the time weren't really my style. They were interesting at times, but you know what's funny? The Mac collab is starting to grow on me. I'm starting to like the Mac collab again. At first I didn't like it because it was weird and funky, but now that we have the makeup sliders, starting to look really nice and very useful for once, because I can change the opacity of the makeup and make it look a little bit more different. That was the only like issue that I was having. I didn't like the opacity that they had and like the shading. It was a little bit weird. So I'm like, oh, I can just like make it a little bit more minimal. Fit my style. Over here. Okay, cool. They could do an IKEA or just give us a bunch of throwback Sims 2 and 3 furniture. Yes. We had a thing called, was that The Sims 2 or The Sims 1? I know Sims 1 has some funky furniture, but I know Sims 2, here it is. The lip chair. The lip chair. Dap, hello. How are you doing today? It's good seeing you. You had that rug in your kid's room. Oh, when art imitates life, it's kind of nice. I want the lip chair. I'm gonna put it in our balcony. That The Sims 2 had that bed, I think. Sims 1 had the vibrating bed. That was on a whole other level. No, it's just a romantic chair. But yeah, welcome in, Dap. It's good seeing you today. How have you been? Angela Pleasant kicked out her ex-stepmother and her sibling out of her own home recently, so Isabella now has moved out due to obligation to keep the family lineage and relationship somewhat sane. I'm gonna tweet that later. Bring back the lip chair. I don't think that was a vibrating bed. No. I know The Sims 1 had the vibrating bed, but this bed I don't think was one. It was just like a random, well, actually, you know, Brandy does need a new bed anyway. I can give her this bed when we go to her house today. But I can't remember because I haven't used that bed or this bed in a long time. Because one is too expensive, and one, too expensive, and two, my Sims are dirt cheap poor and can't really afford anything. So it's pretty much, I use the cheap items and forget about the rest of them because we can't really get there. We can't afford them. But yeah, there's been some drama already in this household, and it's quite surprising that it's still continuing. Most of the townies are in university right now. Angela and Dustin are about to be elders soon. I'm trying to get where Mary Sue and Mary Sue, Dawn, and Brandy, they have to die before the townies are already in university come back to Pleasant View. So we'll have to we're playing mostly with the elders in the save file so they can move on with their lives. But yeah, it's been interesting. Oh wait, we need a computer. But Jarumba, we'll put this over here. I could have sworn we even had a singular, well, we don't have a singular tile desk. We only have 2 tiles. I could just use a table, it's fine. We're bored. Use a table. I'll use this table for now. Actually, move everything around. Let's take this. Move this over here. Move this thingamajigger. Ooh. You know, we have a really small home. We can put it right here. Why not? Delete this and we'll put the desk over here near the kitchen. That is a good idea. What do you mean? What? Huh? Whoa! Oh, you got it. Got it. Probably doesn't. Probably doesn't. I don't know if it was a heart. I think it was. I could be wrong. We'll test it out today and see. Because Brandy does need a new desk in our or a new bed in our home, and we'll try the bed and see what it looks like. OneDrive is being rude, so I'm deleting all my files. Oh, I'm running low on storage on OneDrive too. But also, why do you blame me? I didn't jinx Shrek 5. I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. Blame DreamWorks of being greedy and wanted money. They were saying, we're broke, we need money. We'll make a new movie based on the biggest franchise ever, Shrek. And Cameron Diaz is coming back, so it just seemed perfectly normal. Okay. And Faith, welcome in. It's good seeing you. I hope all is well and life has been treating you greatly. We're currently playing The Sims 2 in Pleasant View with all the townies, mainly the elders. So it's been pretty good so far. But yeah, Cameron Diaz is coming back to acting after a long hiatus. She'll be in Shrek 5, which is very different, interesting, exciting. I don't know. different. You know, I blame Garrett. Because Garrett has gotten me, everybody, so creative in my head for too dang long. And I'm thinking, this woman is in my head, and I blame Garrett. Every time I see something, I'm like, this looks different. It looks like something I've never seen before. I'm like, anyway. Oh, it's not letting you receive emails because of it? Oh. Yeah, that's a little bit of an issue. I have 4.1 gigabytes out of 5. I'm running low on storage. I have to delete a bunch of things on my OneDrive so I can keep getting emails. I ain't paying for more storage, that's for sure. There's no way in Chance, Grayson Chance, the one singer that really didn't live that long in his singing career because he kind of gotten forgotten after the whole talk show host drama, TikTok, hahaha. No. It's been a moment. It's been a moment. Yeah. Life has been good, just working and hanging out. Little Winston. Oh, cute. Nice. Hello, I celebrate you. It's good seeing you today. How are you doing? We're currently playing The Sims 2 today and fundraising for Hope for Haiti. All month long. We're on our third, we're on our third day of said charity. And we're getting close to our $300 goal. We're only $17 away from reaching that goal. And for some reason, Janessa refuses to come home from school. And I feel like I have to reset her. I'm pretty sure. Who are you? Yeah, I'm gonna have to reset the sim. Come here. How do you reset a sim? Are you ready for the storms to come across the Midwest tomorrow? No, I'm not ready for that at all. These storms are testing my patience because not only are they doing too much, they need to stop. I don't get any work done when it's raining because I get so sleepy. I'm like, can it please not be a thing? However, for the past couple of days, it hasn't been that bad, so it's been relatively okay. So it shouldn't be too bad. Teleport here. Ah, there you are. Now, why are you on the tombstone of L&D? I'm going to... Don't age you up. I'm gonna have to reset you. How do I reset? Oh, force error. There we go. That was weird. For some reason, she wouldn't be coming home. That was weird. Weird. And your game just crashed after the toddler looked so weird, and I posted on the gameplay screen. Oh, you know, they do say children are cursed in The Sims, so yeah. Oh, the infant. Oh, yeah. The infants are scary. They have a little bit of a tendency of breaking people's games for no reason. But you know, to be honest though, these glitches that we've been having, I find them the most entertaining for no reason. I don't think so. I have to look up on Google to see where at, because I'm like down. If you're tired, go to bed. Go to bed. Thank you. But yeah, I think I have to check the map to see where it's gonna be at, because I stream in the morning at 10 and we're playing Disney Dreamlight Valley tomorrow, and there'll be Twitch drops enabled tomorrow at 10. And after that, I have a meeting with Hope for Haiti later that day, and then I have an acting class at 4-ish, 4:30, I think. So that should be fine after that. Like around like 5:30-ish, things will be okay. But all I know, I'm gonna be eating my food, sitting on my couch and falling asleep. Most of the time it's usually just because I'm sleepy. Okay, you can go to bed, Brent. Actually, Brenda, you're actually great. You're also retired. I'll have you go ahead and send an email to your son Dustin, and then I think I've always wanted to have Brandy work on her sewing badge, and I think that would have been really cool to have her sew clothes for Janessa. You know what's the funny thing is, after the glitch happened, my game crashed. Yes. You're excited about it? It's your first time. Yeah, well, technically it's not your first time. You've been on my team before. Was it last year, I think? 2 years ago? Get broke. And only 2 people? Ooh. Wait a minute. Brandy, how many kids you got? How many kids you got? Oh, she has 5 kids. That's right. Never mind. But yeah, you were on my team 2 years ago, I remember. It wasn't on Tiltify though. Yeah, there's sewing in The Sims 2. There's a sewing machine that I really like using it, mainly because you can So like different things, and eventually once you have a good talent badge in the game, you'll be able to sew clothing and then wear it or end up selling it to whoever you want to do. There's also pottery and then flower arranging, but mainly sewing is like the most entertaining to me in the game as of right now. We're gonna sell a few of these things around here because we don't need them anymore. We have no kids except one. Yeah, no problem, Faith. I honestly am very excited because I've never been a part of like I've been part of one Twitch drop before when it was for Nitro stream racing, and that was really cool. But Disney Dreamlight Valley, this is their first ever Twitch drop, and I think it's gonna be really, really special where they might do more in the future. But being a part of like the first, you know, of doing it is gonna be very exciting. What happened? That's weird. Interesting. Very excited to watch all the content that the update brings, because we're getting I almost said Moses, Lordy Lou. But no, we're getting Nala and Simba in the update, which is gonna be very exciting. Now, why is that being messy for no reason? Oh, I think it's because I had something over there in the first place. Okay, that makes more sense. Let me go back and put the sewing machine back down. Not here, because there's something blocking that. You know, I might as well put it in our bedroom. That seems logical and normal, right? Most of the time, a lot of parents end up transforming their bedroom into some type of craft room. I think so. My old bedroom is pretty much still the same, except the walls are gray, and it's my mom's office, so I don't really have much of a bedroom there anymore. My bedroom's gone. It happens. Oh, well, no. I can put it over here. It's easier. I have more room. There we go. I forgot about that. So it's your second time on the team. Exactly. What is a Twitch drop? So a Twitch drop is basically where you get extra items added to your game that you're playing. Just like really just cool items. We're getting 4 new items in the Twitch drop. I'll show you what it looks like so you'll know and be prepared. But you need to connect your Disney Dreamlight Valley account to your Twitch account in order to get the items in your game in your mailbox. Where is it? Here it is. So this is what it looks like. Your choice to move? Well, I needed to earn credit at least somewhere. But no, this is what the Twitch drop is. Like, you just get special items for the video game. So there's 4 items that are part of this little drop. Like bonus content, basically. But you get like Mickey ears, a laptop, a gaming chair, and like some type of like hoodie with like neon RGB lighting, which I think is really cool. But the way to connect your what do you call it? Your Twitch account to your Disney Dreamlight Valley account is through this website, and once you're able to connect it, you should be good to go. And once you pop into the stream in the chat, there'll be like a thing at the top of the chat bar that says, oh, a drop is happening or something like that. But the way it works is that you have to be in the chat to get them. So like every 15 minutes, basically a new item appears in your game mailbox. But I'll put the link in the chat so you know everything and can get prepared. But then there are also other streamers that will be doing this as well that have been selected a part of this first ever Twitch drop for Disney Dreamlight Valley. But you don't have to be in my stream the whole time to get them all. You can appear in anyone else's streams that are on this list to get the same items. Like if you wanted to hang out on my stream for only 15 minutes and leave to go to somebody else to get the items, you could. Which I think is a very nice way. Like you don't have to be in the same stream the whole time to get them, but yeah, hopefully that makes sense. And Ev, hello and enjoy your lurk, and Daff, enjoy your lurk as well. Oh, you have a cross-stitch Instagram that you share with your mom? That's really nice. Oh, what happened here? Oh, I got scared. What's wrong? Oh, you're hungry? Don't be drink. It is 1 a.m. Why you be drinking? That's crazy. Make some dinner. Grandma's comfort soup. Erica and Miss Haley, welcome in. How are you doing? It's good seeing you today. That's fine. I don't mind. But I think it's cool that you share Instagram with your mom. That's nice. But you can share it in the Discord though, in the self promo channel if you would like to. I know that Daff does cross stitching. I'm pretty sure. I think it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, it's fine. Enjoy your walk today. Have fun tracking your miles. Oh, I also got my wristband in the mail yesterday. It's my new thing now. I finally have my new thing. It's yellow, of course, as usual. It's for my Fitbit. My other one like broke, so I had to buy a new one off of Amazon. Now it's good. I realized it's actually too small for my wrist, but I got it to work fine. So, but yeah, finally I can now use it and charge my Fitbit like I should, because I always end up forgetting. But have fun on your walk though. Enjoy thy walk. Get all the steps in. Oh, and you know what's so cool about Tiltify? So my mom is a part of this campaign with me amongst different creators. But what's really cool is that my mom added in, where did you go? My mom added in how many miles he's walked so far. 7.15 miles, which is a lot of miles, by the way, but it keeps track of like literally everything. Every single day it tracks all of it. Elevation, the average pace, the timing, the distance, and everything. And it's a new thing that it's been a feature on Tiltify for a while, but it's like new to me of seeing it and how it works. But if you didn't know this, by the way, with Tiltify, or with Hope for Haiti technically, people in Haiti have to climb 10.5 miles, which is an equivalent of 200 flights of stairs every single day, just to get access to basic needs like access to healthcare, education, and also proper to clean water. Clean water, education, healthcare that we have access to ourselves pretty much every single day to our disposal in our own front yard, basically. But people in Haiti have a hard time getting those things like textbooks, computers, new, chalkboards, new supplies for school, better healthcare, better clean water, certain things like that. And with Haiti, with Hope for Haiti, they're helping to make sure they get those things to them their entire life. So I have been a part of like this whole campaign for several years where I've always been passionate about wanting to help the Haitian community in any way that I can, and using my platform for good and showing that even though we have these things easy in America or wherever you live, in Haiti, they don't have those things most of the time because they lost everything. Like a lot of things in Haiti back in 2011 when they had the earthquake, and it was scary. So they're still recovering. They're still making sure they get all their things they need / want every single day to make sure that stuff like this does not happen ever again. So I appreciate every single last one of you all who have donated or have just sat in the streams and just hung out or shared the link to your friends and family. Like that truly, truly, truly means the world. Just like you all just being here and let me like do what I do, So thank you. That's my spiel. Brandy, did you get your things done? No? Oh, you have a bronze and so on. Okay, good. So something I would love to see back in The Sims 4. We're gonna do teddy bears. Sims 4, I think we should get sewing. Because we have cross-stitching. Hold up, who took out a loan? Hold up. Who took out a loan? You broke is broke. Pay loan of what? I'm sorry, you're negative 38,000 simoleons in debt? What about you, Brandy? How much you owe? Oh. 6.7. That's not bad. But still, way worse. But like, why did they take out a loan in the first place? Y'all need to earn some money. Oh my goodness gracious. Y'all are wild. These Sims going broke than I realized. I don't know what it is. Anyway, Rebellica, it's good seeing you today. How are you? Hope it's all is well. Who's calling me at this time at 6 a.m.? Okay, answer the phone, Brandy. Dennis has school about an hour. They're coming soon. Maybe you should think twice about opening up your door. I'm sorry, is that a threat? That's rude. That's rude. Oh well. Don't eat the— No, Brandy! Don't eat the spoiled soup. It's been out there all night. It's dirty. Vincent, you are actually a bit hungry, so we can have you come over here. Since you go to work about an hour or so, maybe you can make some cereal for yourself. Vanessa's going to school. Then Brandy, she has a lot of skills, but not really a lot of like ambitions, really, in her life where she wants to achieve something new. So that's why I'm having her like study sewing for a while. She never really got to study a lot of things while she was here. Like she doesn't really know fire safety or a couple counseling or like even anger management. But I think that could be something that we could try and have her do. Maybe like long life happiness. That could be fun. Oh, that is true. What Dabney said, you could get The Sims 2 like pretty much eBay, Amazon, thrift store. Yes. Those are some great ways to get them. I've always had The Sims 2. I have the original copies. Amber, hello. How are you doing today? It's good seeing you. I think it's easy to forget how lucky we are when it comes to basic needs. Yeah. And yeah, no problem, Faith. Honestly, when I was younger, I knew that I had these things because of my parents, and I knew that I had these things because I lived in America. The land of the differently different and interesting. I won't say great because other things, but I won't get into that. But basically, I knew I had access to these like basic things that I could just— what? I don't know. I had access to these things pretty much every single day, easy peasy, because of my parents and where I lived and what I did. And then I started to slowly realize as I got older, the more I kind of got more involved in my community and like where I was going, I realized like, you know, the stuff that I have, like my apartment, my internet, my schooling, my healthcare, clean water, could be taken away at any moment. And I'm like thinking, people in other worlds may not have these things. And I'm thinking to myself, I should stop taking these things for granted, you know? And I should be appreciative that I have these things and do everything in my power to make sure people have these things in other countries, you know? So that's me. You donated $5 to the Trevor Project today for your friend's birthday. That's really nice, Face. Thank you. Every dollar amount counts, so I appreciate you donating to the Trevor Project. But yeah, no, Amber, this is not The Sims 3. This is Sims 2. Sims 2, the ancient and old game from the year 2004. Sims 3 won't happen until, I believe, on Saturday? Because we're going to be playing Sims 3 soon. On Friday. We're playing Sims 3 on Friday, but Sims 2 today. We're working on my little save file here in Pleasant View. Trying to get all these elders to kind of get further in their lifespan so they eventually end up dying. and leaving me alone so I can move on to the next generation. Because I believe with Brandy, she's a part of the OG Gen 1. And we already have about 3 generations so far of Pleasant View born in this like little town here. None of Gen 3 have had kids yet. And I'm like stalling. I'm stalling Gen 3 before they have kids. So basically, Daryl, he's still in college. And he won't have any kids or move out of college until Gen 1 dies. And then when all the Gen 1 Sims die, I can finally like start working a little bit more on Gen 2 and a little bit more of Gen 3. So they kind of all make sense. Ice cream, are you sharing? Sharing is caring, Seppi, as you know. Give. You grew up in an old order Amish neighbors, people who live without modern amenities by choice. Brandy, what's wrong? Are you okay? Oh, you're tired. Actually, now that I'm here, can we afford that new bed that I wanted to put down recently? We barely can. That's like all of our money. Hold up. Put that bed back. Never mind. We too broke for that. We too broke for that bed. Oh, man. You like The Sims 2? I agree. The Sims 2 is like very iconic. I like to play it the majority of the time on stream, but I also play a lot of it off camera. Did you get a B? Janessa? Oh, you have a B! Oh, that's so nice! And it's a Tuesday. What's happening? Wait! Oh, that's gonna be so cute. You ate it all? Interesting. Yeah, you can download The Sims 2 on the App Store, yeah. Klondike bar. I know those commercials when I see them. Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to share with you all too, by the way, is that in The Sims 2, when your kids come home from school or whoever, basically, if let's say for example, if the parent's already home from work and the kid comes home from school, they'll drop what they're doing most of the time to go. Well, actually, vice versa. If the kid is at home from school and the parent comes home from work, the kid will stop what they're doing to go run to their parent and give them a hug. But this is only for children, not for teenagers, but mainly children will go run to their parents and give them a hug when the parents come back home from work, saying that they miss them, which is very nice. It's all autonomous too. I don't do any of this. It's just the in-game mechanics of what happens based on the Sims relationship, which I think is like the most cutest thing ever to exist. These are like the little things that I really miss about The Sims, about the wholesome moments that it brought to my Sims life. So now Vincent and Janessa are both best friends, which is very cute. And y'all smelly. Y'all need to take a bath. Take a bath. You take a bath too. Y'all smelly. What would you not do? Well, what was it saying? What would you do for a Klondike bar? That's the saying. And Cove, welcome in. How are you doing today? It's good seeing you. How are you? We are playing The Sims 2 today with Brandy Broke. I'm sure you're busy, but I just thought I'd remind you to keep in touch every once in a while. I know sometimes it's tough and I don't want our friendship to be burdened or anything, but you know, Vincent, drop me a line sometime just to chat. Sir, I don't know you. Actually, hold up, you're one of my best friends. Oh. Never mind. I actually do know that Sim. Janessa, are you okay? Oh, you're playing with your little rocket ship. Cute. We do need to have you finish your homework. And Brandy, she's still asleep in her bed, which is fine. She'll have to go to the bathroom very soon. And then Vincent, once you're done with the phone, we're gonna have you make some dinner for everyone. We'll make some spaghetti. Sims 2 was really peak for the Sims content, I agree. Down to the tip of, like, not milestones, but like zodiac signs and the whole memory system. Like, that memory system was like my ultimate favorite thing about The Sims 2. Like, you can see everything from their first memory to the most recent one. It kind of makes the game more lifelike. They cost money if you go to the App Store. Yeah, it's $30, yeah. But the thing is, if you get it from the App Store, it's you don't have all the packs. You're missing, like, I think one or two packs for The Sims 2 Super Collection on the Mac Store. So you can't really get it for free. You can get it for free the illegal ways. But I don't know those websites. I just know where you can get them from if you have to pay for it, like eBay, Amazon, thrift store, App Store if you have a Mac. The Sims 3 and 4 need packs to add that we're in the Sims 2 base game. We're playing The Sims 3 while playing The Sims 2. What a time. Honestly, what a time. Not our bills being 1313. We are going to be so broke by the end of this little family here. I feel bad for Brandy. She's going to eventually have to move or like downsize or sell some things because she is not having it right now. Vincent, let's have you get the mail. One thing EA will do is make sure they get that back. Yes. I really wish that EA would make The Sims 2 again, or like remaster it, because think about it, everyone would literally pay so much money for The Sims 2. I mean, I would rebuy it because it's there. But like, hello, Emmy and Mel, how are you doing today? It's good seeing you. Hope all is well. The one on the App Store is Mac, is all the packs that were coded for the Mac. Really? I thought there was like one or two missing packs. Because to my understanding, some people were saying they were missing Apartment Life and one other thing that I can't remember. I was saying, who's in my house? That's Brandy. The Sims 4 have their voice changer. Like wait, the Sims 2 have the voice changer like Sims 4? But what do you mean voice changer? I don't think so. Not to my knowledge. Okay. I kept going back to The Sims 2 over The Sims 3 and 4. I'm the same way. I'll always go back to this game, no matter what the circumstances might be. Be like, I'll go back to this game. I can play this game day, noon, and night and not get bored because there's always something new to discover that I haven't seen before. Okay, here we go. Oh, there is no voice changer? Wait, then what's the Sims 4 voice changer? In the early 2000s, minigames were not coded for Mac. The Mac collection doesn't have the purpose. That's what's right. I knew it was something. I knew it was like one of the two. Brandy can... Oh, okay, you're over here. Good. Okay, Janessa, can we have you? Oh, that's so cute. Janessa, did you do your homework by any chance? Okay, you did your homework. Let's have you clean up this mess and then go back on the computer. We'll have you study fire safe. That seems smart. And then Vincent, let's pay them bills. Let's be broke. Also, Savvy's mom, hello. And Emma Dilemma, welcome in. We are playing The Sims today. It's a nostalgic game that not a lot of people get to play on stream or get to see, really. So I'm glad that you're here. But we're also raising money for Hope for Haiti. If you all did not know, if you're popping into the stream right now, we're currently raising money for Hope for Haiti, which is a charity organization from Naples, Florida, that helps the Haitian community in Maracroft. And every single day, I want to iterate, every single day, people in Haiti have to climb 10.5 miles, which is the equivalent of 200 steps, flights of steps every single day, just to get access to clean water, healthcare, and an education. Now, you may think that you have access to you very easily, but people in Haiti don't. So I'm using my platform to raise awareness for Haiti, but also help them get things that they need. But something, a fact that I really, really, really enjoy um about Haiti is that every time we raise $1,000 for Haiti, that's actually a 1-year college scholarship for a person in Haiti. Like that's huge. That tweet made me want to buy it. You can't play The Sims 2 for. I can play Sims 2 for hours, but Sims 4 I play for 10 minutes and get bored for some reason. For me, I don't really get bored that quick of The Sims 4. I think I just kind of end up building a lot, but then I also end up making a lot of challenges for myself to try something new that I haven't seen or done before. Like I'll do like every generation's a different challenge, or where I'll do like rebuilding new crests and building different storylines for each sim in each house. Or I'll play like a short life legacy challenge. I don't know. You just like the cutscenes. I think we can agree the cutscenes in The Sims 2 were quite raunchy, but they were great though. Um, where can you find change voice? Oh, that's the one. Oh, the voice changer. Okay. I was like, I was so confused. I'm like, voice changer? We had a voice changer? But in Create a Sim, that makes more sense. Yeah. Sims 3 had one, Sims 4 had one, but Sims 2 and 1, no. I knew it was just so, like, The Sims 2 was basic, but it had a lot. It does lack a lot of things, like a lot of diversity. We only have 2 body types, 4 skin tones, not that many diverse hairstyles, and it's very dated. But for its time, very good. You're gonna start a rotational gameplay for The Sims 2 soon. That sounds really fun. I'm currently doing a rotational gameplay as well. I have been playing almost every like townie in this game so far. Well, actually, I played them all. Daniel Pleasant. Yeah. Daniel Pleasant and Mortimer Goth are the only 2 that are dead in my game. Because they needed to go. They were doing too much. Oh, I forgot about Flynn Caliente. Brandy got 3 kids by 2 different people. Nina Caliente got a tan. She's on vacation. Joshua Joe Caliente. Oh. Oh. Wow. Yeah, technically we're on Gen 3 of this town so far. Took a lot to set up the game, but it was worth it, yes. Oh, I can be in cast in The Sims for forever. I could spend all my days in there and never get bored. I learned so much about The Sims 4 cast. I'm like, ooh, let's make new Sims for fun. Okay, you learned about fire safety Janessa, which is good. You don't age up for another 6 days, which is fine. But you don't really know much when it comes to your parentals as much, or your siblings. And honestly, since Janessa is the youngest of them all, of this entire family, and they don't have a lot of money, I feel like with Brandy, to make her life better, and also to make her children's life better, is sending Janessa to private school. Because her other kids never got a chance to go to private school, sadly, because they all... Well, Skip went to private school one time, and he did great in that adventure, but the other kids didn't get a chance to go, and I think it would be perfect. Oh, wait. Camden and Bo went to private school? I could have... Oh. So they all got into private school except Dustin. But since we can't really afford private school, we're going to have to find a way to get a scholarship by calling the headmaster over. Yeah, we only have 4 skin tones in The Sims 2. But you can download custom content to get more skin tones, though, of course. So that was like another like feature that I really loved. But 4, and they weren't that pretty. You loved watching Glenn play The Sims 2 for the first time. It was laughing so hard. His reaction to the woohoo in the hot tub. Oh my gosh. I would love to see Gluon play The Sims 2 again. I want to see Gluon build something in The Sims 2. Because I built like crazy. I built my own houses in The Sims 2. Yes. Okay, you'll be over at 5. Good. We're going to be on our best behavior. Best behavior, everyone. That's the one reason I didn't like The Sims 3. You couldn't play rotationally. Well, in Sims 2, you kind of could. But Sims 3? I thought you could, though. I know that The Sims 3, well... Yeah, technically you really couldn't play rotationally in The Sims 3 because everything was running in the background and they would constantly age up without you knowing. That is true. That is true. And technically there was only... Well, you could have multiple saves, would be a bit of a hassle. I was like, why did I come over here for? Study badges, sewing. I knew that because, like, I learned about the Sims 2. You could only have one save file. That was the major thing that I didn't really find exciting. There was one save file and that was it. At least The Sims 4 made that better. True. Building got a lot better in The Sims 4. I found it a lot easier because constrained floor elevation was wild. Giant boxes. You like the basements better in The Sims 2? Wait, what? You're spring and you should decorate accordingly if you want to live the most harmonious in your house. What the what? Also, I don't know what I just got. I got a phone call. Only one level basement though. I never knew how to make a basement in The Sims 2. I always end up putting my basements in the dirt, like in the ground. Like it wasn't clear. I didn't understand. Okay, clean this up. Clean this up, recycle that one too. And then Vincent, since you're like the household cleaner of the home, let's clean up this whole house. The headmaster today. Your computer looked like that as a kid. Don't you just remember dial-up? Those were the days. Floppy disks, CD-ROMs and all. All good, all good. Faith, enjoy your lurky loo and enjoy your power nap. Thank you again for hanging out. We'll hopefully see you tomorrow for some Disney Dreamlight Valley in the morning. Have fun. Oh, you still play rotationally? Ah. Oh, we got a silver talent badge. Oh, good. So this means that we have a better opportunity of sewing other things. First of all, unset that really thing. We're gonna scrap the teddy bear. And Vincent, did I say you can get on the sewing machine? No, get off. Move. If you're smelly, clean the house. We have things we have to do for the headmaster today. Make mini. Oh, okay, here it is. Okay, so once you get a silver talent badge, you'll be able to like make outfits, which is really cool. I think it'll be really cool to make some formal outfits. Yeah. Formal outfits. Making basements in Sims 2 is a whole other level of building. Oh, it really is. I used to try and make a not like a walk-in closet, but a drive-in garage. Like Sims 2 mods and like Sims 2 community back then was like on a whole other level, and I would try to make the basement my underground garage, and I would do the uttermost to make it look interesting, but it was looking a little bit janky. You love making basements that you would walk out of. Those were really cool. Oh, what? Okay, there we go. Is it better? Okay, so we're about to sew some clothing, and Janessa needs a new outfit. New formal outfit, actually. Let's do the green one. Let's call it Janessa's new dress. Since we're so broke, literally, we gotta sew our own clothing. But yeah, I would love to have this thing back again. Like, it was so interesting. Oh, and the enthusiasms, I forgot about that one too. We have 1, 2, 3, level 6 in our hobby enthusiasm for arts and crafts. So we're now a crafty creator, and we have a hobby club we can go to, the Muse 2 Art Studio. I think we should go there today. But we have a membership. But we can talk about arts and crafts, art section, share hobby tips about arts and crafts, and then browse the web. I have to go potty. Okay. Go potty, Brandy. I know you're also very tired, ma'am. But max modus. Continue finishing the outfit, please. You can't stop. Janessa needs to wear it for tonight. Tonight. Ooh. So Brandy has finished Janessa's new dress by Brandy Hurt. This item will appear in Brandy's inventory. Okay. Oh, wait, I forgot we have some photos from the photo booth. You love that you had to go and buy new clothing. It wasn't all available for the dresser. And I really enjoyed that. It gave my Sims a chance to be responsible with their money, but then also have a chance to explore and meet new townies. I miss being able to buy groceries, buy clothing that wasn't widely available. Like, that stuff was fun. Oh, a phone call. That was like really, really fun. Yeah, we have a little photo. We went on a date a long time ago with Vincent. So long ago. And it was really nice. We have Janessa's dress over here, and we'll put it in her bedroom. I'll put it on the dresser when she comes back home from school today. Leo, it is 1 p.m. Why are you trying to call your cousin? No. If Brandy's son is Dustin. Oh, your aunt. Oh, it just dawned on me, like, who was that? And Art Creator, welcome in. How are you doing today? It's good seeing you. Oh. Oh, Brian, you got some moves there. That's really nice. Sometimes the Sims are just so random, and they bring me so much joy for the little things that they just do. Like, what is that? That's funny. Okay, anyway, let's go back over here, because I need to have you finish making, ooh, a quilt. Let's make 1 quilt. Actually, make one quilt. And we'll put that on the wall. Yeah. Randy's like a wild child, but I love her. She had a very wild life. I mean, with her husband dying from a mysterious pool accident, and then having a mysterious love child from who knows who. And then the fact that Destin was a rebellious teen, Brandy was broke, literally broker than her own parents, Bob and Betty Newby. And she lived in a whole trailer. It just got weirder and weirder as time went on. And personally, I don't know if Brandy can survive this whole little life. But ever since Dustin got older, graduated, had his own kid and everything, I feel as her life is getting better. Oh, wait. What are you doing? Oh, wait, you're showing your mom about your A+ in school. That's really nice. Your Bluetooth headset glitched in your laptop sound system and had to restart it. Oh no. I hate when that happens. I have to get my headphones from my parents' house because I realized I forgot it. So I have to pick it up probably on Thursday. Charlene Royce. How do I know you? From school. You're not a relative, which is good. I'm telling you, half of this town is related to my Sims. Oh, snap. Wait. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hey, Brandy, are you smelly at any chance? No. But, Brandy, you could probably take a bath. Your cooking skill is very high. Vincent, your cooking skill is very low. So you, my friend, you take a shower. Janessa, you do your homework. And then put on your new dress. Don't sell it. Add to wardrobe. And then Brandy, let's have you change into your nice little formal wear. And then we can start cooking food for the headmaster when they come by. Yes. Whew. I forgot about the headmaster. They come at 5 p.m. This will determine will they accept or deny Miss Janessa Desiree Hertz to their private school. I don't know. I hope they accept us because we need to make sure Janessa has a good education. Oh, we can also get a puppy too. I'm gonna say, are you the headmaster? But that's not you. Christian Love. Okay, it's 5 p.m. so that means it's dinner time. Let's have you cook up some salmon. Actually, hold up. The best way to get a headmaster to accept any child in your household is to always make spaghetti. Spaghetti is great. I love eating spaghetti sometimes. Oh, this is very dirty. Oh no. Maybe we just won't show the headmaster our dirty bathroom. That would be bad. But here you are. Hello, Corey. Oh no, you're all good, Ice Princess. You're all good. You are all good. You haven't missed anything. We're just getting started. Smooth them as much as possible. Exactly. I always try to smooth them. Give them good spaghetti. And we should be good. Oh, this is your third time I accidentally put Among Us instead of finding a new lobby to play. I think my brain might be glitched too. Honestly, stepping away from Among Us at times is a good thing. That game is overwhelming. You have a fear of the death of Brandy? Oh, that's not good. Hello, Corey with a K. It's good seeing you today. Welcome to my home. We're gonna schmooze you so much. Oh, about school. We're not flirting with you right now. We don't have time. I could give you a tour. Oh, that's fine. You know, appear whenever you want to appear. I never want people to be forced to watch my streams. I say show up when you want to show up. It's all good. But to give you a brief update for anyone who hasn't like seen anything lately or wanted to know, we have been working on our little rotational gameplay in Pleasant View, where the elders, aka Gen 1, like Brandy and Dawn and a few of the other townies, they're starting to become a little bit more older, and I need them to be a little bit closer to the mark of unaliving and passing away so I can move on to Gen 2 and 3 and like play with them a little bit more. So it's been a moment. It's been a moment today. But we moved out Isabella out of Angela's home because last time Angela and Isabella fought like to the death, like insane gladiator women. And I'm not joking. Isabella lost every fight, and what had happened is that at one point Isabella was Angela's stepmom, but they were the same age. I've gone a little bit wild. Nice to meet you again. Bye. Thing is, I don't want to step away. I want to play, but I keep accidentally closing the game. Oh, it happens. Headmaster, do you want to check out our little living room here? It may be a little bit messy, but I hope you like it. But you love my little living room, multi-purpose room? You love my living office playroom area? What about our workout room? You like the workout room over here? What about, do you like to get buff? Do you like to work out? Because I don't. Let's check out the bedroom over here for Janessa to show that we have a good, decent sized room. You know. Welcome back, Sevi. I haven't played Sims 2 yet. You're missing out. That Sims 2 is iconic. I love playing this game whenever I get a chance to. Okay, Janessa, let's have you come over here. The food is ready. Let's go ahead and eat. Brandy, you can also eat too. And then we're gonna call the headmaster. Well, actually, no. We need to say, would you like some food? The tour is already over. We're gonna end our tour for now. Oh, he liked our home. Good. I guess. Let me see. Entertain. Oh, call for dinner. Here it is. There we go. So he'll be over here eating our lovely spaghetti. Joy. So, Corey, is it? So my lovely daughter here, Janessa, would like to go to your private school. She loves sumo wrestling, loves spaghetti, education, sports. Like I heard they have a really good sports program there. It's like, yeah, we do. We really take pride in the sports agility over there, baseball and all. I think that Janessa will be a really good addition to your private school, and you could bring her in on a little scholarship. We're a little bit broke at the moment on our little funds to pay tuition. So if you'd be so kind to give Janessa a little scholarship about, like, video games or sports, we're doing good. So yeah. Hopefully. And thank you. I really love my kitchen. I did a little bit of remodeling of the kitchen with new appliances, but I kind of kept the layout the same. I kind of made sure that I had kept the penguin, or I mean flamingo neon light on the wall, because originally with Brandy's house, she has a flamingo neon light on her wall in her kitchen, and her original house looks a little bit funky, but it does the job at least. Wow, you're really savoring this spaghetti. No way! We have 104 out of 90 points? You really love that spaghetti. That spaghetti was good. Okay, let's go and schmoozy about school. I mean, flirting will solve nothing. I can ask you to leave, but I don't want to do that. But we can talk to you though. Oh my gosh, no way! The headmaster is impressed with your family. Janessa Desiree just got into private school. No way! We're finally in private school. Now we have a new moodlet or memory saying that wise headmaster must have seen your true potential. Now make sure it's worth the extra cost and get studying. Now with Janessa, she doesn't really have a lot of hobby enthusiasm, but she loves entertainment, school, paranormal travel, and sci-fi. And I think it'll be very beneficial for her to learn a lot of things from that point of view. Let's have you keep learning about mechanical. Can you place clothing racks and go shopping for outfits and community lots? You can. You can. You can also sew your own clothing if you have a silver or higher talent badge. But yeah, you can go buy your own clothing. You can also get groceries as well. Sims 2 is a lot different than Sims 4 when it comes to the basics, I think. But it has a lot of good value, but yeah, you can. Place on any community lot, travel there, buy your clothing. Because the thing is though, you just can't go into create a sim and like change your outfits. You have to physically buy them if you wanted to have new outfits. So it's a little bit more difficult, but it makes it more fun because it adds a lot of realism to the game. Because pretty much we wear the same outfits every single day, just like cartoon characters. And if you want a new outfits, you have to buy them. What happened in this bathroom? What did y'all do? What y'all doing? Y'all being shady for no reason? Interesting. Well, let's give you a smooch. Oh! Why are you worried? Are you okay? Is everything alright? You seem a bit too worried. I don't know. I'm scared. I agree. I would love to have it back where we can go grocery shopping. Secrets in the bathroom, literally. Okay, let's go over to Don Lothario's house. He lives in a mansion. And Laura, hello. How are you doing today? It's good seeing you. I am doing super duper well. We're currently playing in the town of Pleasant View with a couple townies that are our elders. These elders are getting a little bit oldie but a goodie, and we're learning our ways. But so far, so good. We just moved in Isabella to an apartment over here, and we also had it where Janessa, Brandy's last child and only daughter, into private school. And we're about to go over to, who was it? Don Lothario, to his house. He has 3 kids in this house and a dog. And he ain't doing so great. I mean, financially wise, he has 2 million simoleons. But mentally wise, not so much. He has a lot of connections. He has Scarlett, who lives over here. And then, of course, Cassandra, who lives over here. They share a child together, Dawn and Cassandra. And then, where did we go? And then, of course, Nina and Dawn have a child together named Bambi. But I forget why Scarlett was connected. Because Scarlett is technically related to Daniel and Caitlin Langerak. They might have been well, technically, he is technically her stepfather. It's still weird. The level of detail in The Sims 2 is just astonishing. Like, it's absolutely amazing. Not astonishing. The level of detail in The Sims 2 is amazing. I mean, like, it gets to like the nitty gritty of everything. You miss Sims 2. I used to play cast more than play the game, as I played from the age 8 to 12-ish. Yeah, I played The Sims 2 more than actually was in cast. Like, I would like make random characters, but never really actually like, yeah, I wouldn't make them. I would just like make random defaults and then play for days. But then I didn't know what I was doing, so I ended up starting too many fires, and a lot of my Sims ended up dying. So it got a little bit bad towards the end. Yeah, there's rainbows in this game. It rains. It's 4 seasons. Okay, Lynn, I'm gonna have you go and find some scholarships online. You have no skills, right? Yeah, you barely got any skills. Flynn, this is not karaoke hour. You gotta go get your scholarships open. Thank you. But I remember playing The Sims 2 when I was like 8 to like 12-ish as well, and I've learned that the nostalgia is real. Like, I understand this game more than any other Sims game, because I think I was of age to know certain things, but not everything. And Ling, welcome in. How are you doing today? It's good seeing you. Oh, we got the SimCity Scholar Grants and the T-Shang Footwork Award as well. Oh, that's good. Michael Caliente, can you calm it down? You're doing too much. Don, go handle your child. Hold Michael. Hold Michael. It's a bit late. I have to leave now. It's only 5 p.m. What you mean? You had to walk. Sims be teaching about life. Literally, I learned probably more about like life from The Sims 2 than like my own health class. Wait, now you have a fear of having a baby? After all these years, Don? I mean, granted, Don has been more of a family man than ever before. Like, he's learned his ways. Like, he's gotten better. Even though that Don has, like... Don has, like, 5 kids by 4 different people. He's progressed mentally and physically with his way of life and the way of being. And I'm very proud of him, too. Like, I'm very proud of Don of where he started, but also where he's at now. Because like when you look at his memories, it really shows he has a lot of history. He has 2 vacation homes. He's now retired. He saw his own daughter, Sonia Dora, graduate with honors and get on the dean's list a lot. you've had a couple kids, a lot of affairs with several people. Like, he has a lot more good than bad, is what I'm saying, which is nice. Also, how many vacations do you have, Don? No. Hold up. Don Michael Lothario, how many vacation homes do you have? Hold up. You don't find your own place. Real estate. Sell owned lot. Let me see this over here. That's weird. Why does water taste like soap? The water bottle in here? I don't know. Did you recently wash your water bottle or something like that? Could be probably why. You had a problem with infertility when they were first married. My Sims were my children, literally same. Oh, he only has 2. Never mind. He has 1 in Twiki Islands and then 1 in Takamizu Village. He has a full-on manor, and then he has like a beach lot. So he's pretty like out there and being rich, which is all his funds. But I also think he has a restaurant or something. I could be wrong, but let's have you work from home and learn some creativity. You're glad to be home from 2 weeks being in China. How was that? 2 weeks of living, or 2 weeks of being in China visiting family. That is so cool. How was it? I have been really good though overall. I've had a great time this past week. It's been a busy week, but it's been a good week though so far. I mean, granted, it's only Tuesday. The charity's going great. I mean, as a team overall, we have raised a grand total of $2,316.01 as a team overall. But in this stream, we've almost raised $300, and we're only definitely $17 away from hitting that goal. And at that goal, I have to wear a chicken suit, which honestly is going to happen eventually sometime. I have a feeling it's going to happen this week. I'm nervous. I have to go find it from my closet and wash it so I can feel like I have something. I have something. How did you never learn fire safety or even couple counseling? Learn about long life happiness. And then you. That's not you. Michael, let's have you go eat some food. And then Flynn, let's have you feed Carly Shay. I'm kind of surprised that Carly Shay's a witch. But that might... Oh, no. Carly Shay's a witch. And don't you age up in 2 days? Well, this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be real interesting when Carly Shay becomes a child and a teenager. She was born a witch. That's gonna be nerve-wracking. Oh, it's pure water. I'm probably not used to that water. I mean, honestly, I always say water always tastes the same, but then water does taste different. Water does taste different. I guess it depends on the brand. The brand has a different taste, like the Dasani water versus like Aquafina water. Like, you can tell the difference. You can taste it. Weird. Also, these kids are fine. Max motives. You are no longer smelly no more. I should have them all age up now. Like, technically, we should leave this house and move into a different home. Because granted, they don't need to live in a mansion anytime. Like, not anymore. And I can convert this living room into a 3rd bedroom. But then Flynn's gonna be moving out soon to college. But not just yet. But then we don't have bunk beds in The Sims 2. And I could just end up using just the random singular beds, which will be fine. But then remodeling Dawn's bedroom would be a good idea. But then I can also expand onto this balcony? Ew. I don't know. Do you think Don should move? Move into a new house? And get out of the whole mansion living life? Because he can. He can move into a new home. I feel like he's outgrown the mansion life since being divorced and now retired. He doesn't really need all these stairs, really. But yeah, I named the kids after iCarly. Carly Shay, Caliente, the nice witch. Wait, are you reading to your child? Oh, no, you're just studying. Never mind. I thought you were talking. I thought you were reading to your own toddler. But apparently you were not. Oh, you got to spend time with your grandma and your cousins and your mom. Oh, your mom's aunt, and really didn't like walking miles for shopping. I mean, hey, I say you get your steps in though. You're getting your steps in, that's all that matters. At least for me. If I get to walk somewhere for a very long time, I may not like it. But I can say those steps will come in handy later. My Fitbit. Okay, let's have you going over here. Oh, you're smelly. Wait, let me change you, Michael. Let's change Michael's diaper. And we'll put you back in the crib. Then we'll change Carly Shay's diaper too. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, no. It's only with babies. So, I wanted to show you, but I forgot that in The Sims 2, only babies can be bathed in the sink. Of course, you can change them in the whole changing table. But in the game itself, with base game, if you have a newborn baby and you wanted to, like, you know, utilize the sink or bathe them somehow, you could. But since my toddlers are too big, I can only bathe them in the tub. Also, did you ever fix that shower that we had broken over here? No. Flynn, can you go and fix your own shower, please? Whoa, how'd you get the crib? Carly Shay, you escaped out of the crib. Why? Sleep. Also, Michael, why are you awake? You can sleep anytime soon, my good friend. Don't be shy. Sleeping is good. Life is a river that we flow on. I've learned to appreciate the peaks and not worry about the valleys so much. That's good. And I just realized that this is actually Dawn's one, two, three. I think 4th or 5th house he's owned, but he's only ever owned 2 houses. One when he was by himself, of course, as we always know, and then one when he got married to Daniel Pleasant, but then they got divorced. So I feel Dawn about 2 houses in his lifetime, but I think like he needs to move out of this mansion and go somewhere else, because I feel like he doesn't want to be in the mansion life anymore, and he's learned that he doesn't need all this like luxurious, lavish lifestyle to be happy. Just having the little things is totally enough for him. And that's very important to think about. Oh, in the morning and you walk for miles and miles. Oh, without a break? Oh, then I would be upset. I'd be tired. Then I can see what you mean though, Link. Yeah, I would be like, can we stop walking? Can I take a nap, please? Thank you very much. That's a lot. That is definitely a lot for sure though. And Tabico, hello. It's good seeing you today. I hope all is well with you. Hopefully life has been treating you well. We are currently playing The Sims 2 in Pleasantview, and we're actually about to move out Don Lothario out of his home, out of his mansion. He has decided that downsizing is the right way to go for himself and for his 2 kids, because honestly, living in a mansion in The Sims 2 is not really made for him anymore. And he thought a good change of space would be good. Good morning, you're here. I am doing great. I've had a good day today. I got some much needed work done for like voiceover stuff. and started working on some stuff for the charity for the Entirements for Hope for Haiti, and playing up my schedule. So pretty good so far. How's the sanctuary and the kittens and everything and everyone? And that's all I wanted to grab. I'm gonna sell these appliances. Sell these appliances, we don't need them anymore. Do you want to keep my salt and pepper shaker though? Keep these. I think everything else can just stay for the time being. Sell this one. Sell the tables and chairs. Oh, it's not that bad of a day. Made it through work though. That's good. That's good. Making it through work is a good thing. Proud of you. And that's all we can do. Taking it one day at a time. And that's all we can ever really ask for. Oh, wrong one. That's good. Well, hopefully tomorrow will be equally as good. And you can make it through the day as well. Let's sell. Oh, actually, I'm going to keep that bed. We're going to build a little home, a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home in Pleasant View. Sell these, actually. Sell that one. Sell. I don't want. Sell the whole thing, yeah. So this, keep that. Keep that one, sell that one. Yeah. And just finishing unnatural hair colors for all the infants. Very good. After the kids have to go to, oh, you need to test them out before the kids go to sleep. Good, good, good. Also true. Thank you so much for the $5 donation to Hope for Haiti, by the way. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh, your cat Willow's birthday is today. Oh my gosh, there's so many birthdays today. But happy birthday to your cat Willow. That's so exciting. Any plan? Do you have any plans? Did you do anything special? But thank you so much, True, for that $5 donation to Hope for Haiti. Oh, this is the cutest cat in the sanctuary right now. You love him. His name is Watterson. That's a cute name. Tomorrow's a half day, so it'll be a good out by 2. Ooh, that's good. Being out by 2 sounds like a good time. But it sounds like a really fun day. That is so cool. Happy for you. Oh, you got the treats. That she looks very good. Because I don't know about you, but secretly, I feel like these animals got a sixth sense. Like they can understand us, they can hear us, they can see us, and they can talk. Like I believe these cats are humans. I believe it. I know what toy soul. Wait a minute, why can't I put that in my inventory? Maybe I have to actually do it in my inventory. That's probably what I have to do. Yeah, I believe these animals can talk, but they refuse to. Transfer ownership to Dawn. Hold up, what? View. Sell back to the community. View this too. What are these two things? Dawn, where are you? Upstairs. Oh, we gave one of the vacation homes to Flynn. That's what we did. Okay. So can we take this one and put our inventory? Okay, so we have this one, and then Flynn has the other one. Okay, that makes more sense why we couldn't do it. Yeah, Jessica, welcome in. It's good seeing you. We are playing The Sims 2. I live for this game every single day, but I'm glad that you're here. We're about to actually move out Don Lothario and his 2 kids along with Flynn. Now that I realize it, Flynn is actually Don's step son. A pinto meow and some tuna tartare. She knows it's her day. Cats knows, like, it's my day, so you shall worship me. If you don't give me what I want, I will scream. And it was like, Please worship me, or I'll cry and whine for days. We had extra cuddle time tonight, and I sang to her, and she likes when I do that. Not sure why, since I'm not good at it. I mean, it's the little things. It's always about the little things. That's all that matters. I think we got everything we needed. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna go and move out and save the game. But yeah, nostalgia. And Liz, welcome in. How are you? It's good seeing you. We actually give you a recap. So we were playing with Brandy broke in her household recently, and we had Brandy's only daughter, Janessa, get into private school on scholarship, and which is really, really cool. I'm very happy for that. And we also had Angela kick out her brother's mom out of her own home. So Angela kicked out her father's last baby mom before he died out of her home. And so now Isabella lives over here in these apartments that I built. My game crashed. Luckily I saved. And Jay is welcome in. How are you doing today? It's good seeing you. Hope all is well and swell in this fine evening. Where's my cursor? There we go. Good thing I saved. That's all that matters. Wait, this means you all get to see the intro screen of The Sims 2 then. That's more important. He's the sweetest for an outdoor cat. Oh. You have a pet in China, it's so expensive. You have to be super rich to have a pet. Really? I didn't know that. I thought it was like widely accessible. Interesting. In Sims 2 Royal Kingdom, the king had a legitimate daughter with a peasant, and she wasn't going to inherit anything. So you gave her a vacation home. Peasants can't buy them. I try to give all of my Sims the best life possible, but then times they end up not having the best life possible because I get bored of their happiness. This is the best intro ever. What would the Sims 4 intro be like? Like, all this stuff actually happened in the game. The yoga poses, the aging up, the flirting, the cutscenes, the breaking down from mental state, pool parties and all. Wait, do I have Guan's emotes? I feel like I do. And Sims Lord, welcome in. How are you doing today? It's good seeing you. We are playing The Sims 2 today. I do. I love Guan's emotes. Best intro ever. Give me Sims 2 intro, or I will simply... Actually, I just want another intro. They are fun. They're very funny. I enjoy Guan's emotes. They're very nice. I feel like I need a dance emo or something. We had a warm day today. Same. It's 80 degrees outside right now. 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So I actually walked to my mailbox today and got my mail. I have not walked to my mailbox in 6 months because it was too dang cold. So finally did some exercise. I wish you had that dancing cat. That's an emote here. I think I can, but I gotta figure out a way to get it. I think I can do it through Better TTV. Cause that emote is funny. Cause I got rid of my Twitch Nitro, not my Twitch Nitro, but my Discord Nitro. Cause I'm like, I don't want to pay anymore. But I love that emote. It's so funny. You haven't played Sims 2 since your old laptop bit the dust 5-6 years ago. I'm surprised at how much I remember from my various save files. I mean, honestly, if it's a save file that you really deeply loved a lot, it's most likely you'll remember it the most. That's how I'm able to like capture the memories of like 5 to 6 years of history of me playing the same save file. Like I've been playing the same save file for like 6 years, and I feel like I've learned so much and I can still remember those traumatic moments. You know, I've invested so much time. It'll be 80 tomorrow and you want to try and do something gardening. I want to do some gardening, but I don't know what I want to garden. I might do it at my parents' house or something. Okay, let's move you out. And we're going to build them a new house too. But you know, if it's going to be 80 degrees, make sure you wear that sunscreen. It's going to be hot and humid. That's all I got to say about that. Hot and humid. I want them to live literally across the street. But at the same time, I think that's kind of wacky and crazy. So, what we're going to do is we're going to remove this house. Actually, I'm just going to move it to another side of the area. I can. Oh, I can't. That's weird. Also, why is this mansion here? We gotta get rid of this one. You felt that? It's 72 here, and it was nice not to wear a coat. Yeah. Your Sims 2 is broken in the EA app and you forgot how to fix it. I'm currently using the EA app right now. I've had no issues with it yet, thankfully, but hopefully get it figured out soon. Hopefully there's someone out there that has a tutorial or something that you can find. Oh, snap. I didn't mean to delete that. Oh, well. I'll just place it down again eventually. Because I need to build another house for the other broke family soon. Don's last home. There we go. And we're going to move them into this over here. It's cold where you live and all my gardening stuff is ready to go. Ooh. Like how cold? It snowed this morning. Keep it over there. Keep it over there. I don't want it. I don't want the snow. Also, peaceful thing to follow. I don't want the snow. Imagine if it snowed in April. That would make me concerned. But then that would also make me think of the apocalypse. Like, is the apocalypse upon us? Man-child Leroy. Leroy Jetson? Over here, move. Child. Select. Pet on. Oh, wait, no, it's select. Pets on. No. Full prop. Select. Pets on. There it is, okay. Oh, was that not the right one? Select pets. True? Oh! Whoa! Dina? What in the world? Dina just appears out of nowhere. Why? That was very weird. Anyway, concerning. 14? That's too much. 14 degrees Fahrenheit, that's a lot. That's too cold. We had snow in June last year, so annoying since I had tomatoes planted in May. Oh my. Well, we'll just hope that this cold weather will go away and not start up again, because we don't got time for that. Snow in July or snow in June or July is weird. I know it happens in Australia. So, because they're in a different hemisphere, but still. Ooh. 10 years ago, you were in Vermont, and it was the end of April, and it snowed over a foot of snow. I remember it because I was supposed to drive back to New Jersey to go back to work because I couldn't. Oh, and couldn't. Boston Believe Me turned on the Weather Channel. It's like, you don't believe me? Turn on to channel 4 and just see. When the boss people don't believe you that it snowed, they're living in La La Land because they believe this is actually not happening. They block it from their memory, saying, I don't see it. Like, okay, then what do you see that thing outside? What do you see? Coal. Oh, he was like, snow at the end of April? Not even possible. Snow in April? Pish posh. You're lying. There's no way. Like, okay, whatever you say. Don't call me when you're stuck somewhere in the deep dark snow. 53 degrees today. That's not bad. You're working towards buying a house. It's nice. I think honestly, it's peak buying season for homes because I've read on the lovely email thing that I have that housing prices are going down, which is very exciting. So that's something to look forward to, I hope. I also want to do something like this. Out the way. There we go. Because Flint's not going to be here for that long anyway. There we go. Crazy thing is the day before it was 60. That's scary. That is very scary because it's 60 one day and then it's like 2 degrees the next day. I'm like, what's happening? Someone please explain what happened. I would be very scared and horrified if that happened to me. Well, granted, it has happened to me before, and I was very scared because, like, why is it 2 degrees Fahrenheit when yesterday it was like 50? What's happening? Who's controlling the weather? You're dying for the housing market to go down. Same. Like, I want to buy a house so badly just because I hate living in the apartment right now. Like, I don't like it here. I mean, it's not bad. I just don't want to live in an apartment. What's funny, I would have had a house 2 years ago, but they were like, oh, you seem young. You don't have really stable income. Like, what do you care? The people, being a content creator online can be fun, but also sad at the same time. If you didn't have a 9-to-5 job, people will look you on the other direction saying, oh, this person's not reliable. They can't make money. It's so weird. And I'm like, I have the money to buy a house. I may not have a stable job and consistent paychecks, but I make money. Weirdy. They didn't like me. Rue. So I was like, you know, I'll just get an apartment instead. It's whatever. The past 2 weeks it's been either cloudy or sunny, and cloudy or cloudy a little bit, or rain in the morning and afternoon, but in the evening heavy rain. That seems about right. I'd be okay with that weather. Because when it rains, I get sleepy, and that means I can sleep better. Oh, it's coming in Ontario? Yeah. I feel like in Canada, it's pretty common to snow. Seems about right, yeah. You get sick with the weather changes. I do too. I have allergies, and when the weather changes or the time changes, I get a lot of headaches. And it's not good for like my sinuses or my allergies that I have. Chloe barked and scared you. No! No! Chloe, no. Oh, that's a diagonal. Oh, no. No, put it back. Put it back. Delete, delete, delete. I'm gonna do something like that. Actually, no. Yeah, I've learned a lot. I'm an independent contractor. I make money on the internet. Whenever I go to TSA and I travel to like a different country, I always say, I am a social media marketer. And I leave it at that. So they don't ask too many questions, because like they ask too many questions. Like, oh, okay. That's my answer for everything. Social media marketer. You freelanced successfully for years, and everyone treated me like I was jobless. Literally me, my entire life. But look at me now. Doing fine, just fine. There we go. I think I'm gonna do like a little bump out over here in the front. It looks a little bit bland. But then I can also put a carport over here, which would be better. I'll put a carport here. How creepy when you say, how creepy when you said new apartment, it said on my phone a notification and same. Oh, Google. Honestly, notifications, what a time. Oh, trees. A tree over here, a tree over here, a tree over here, and a tree over here. I think Don's gonna have a nice life living in a one-story house, because he don't need no house on a hill with 2 stories and little to no bedrooms. He is not a bachelor anymore. He got 5 kids by 4 different people. So he got money. He has to like he has to use on other people, like child support. I have it in my game where every sim has to pay child support. If the child does not live with you, you pay child support. Don pays child support for, I think, only 1 more kid, and that's through Nina Caliente, since Dina kind of upped and left her kids high and dry. Like all 3 of her kids. Dina only had 3 kids and left them all high and dry with Dawn. And I'm thinking like, what in the world? And she decided to become a nice witch? This is not Wicked. This is not the Wizard of Oz. Dina, what are you doing? Now is not the time, Dina. He's got responsibilities. At least he's rich though. He has like 2.2 million simoleons. He's the richest sim in Pleasant View. A wealthy bachelor. He doesn't really want to, he wants to marry somebody, but I feel like, who would he marry in his old age? But also, who would get all the inheritance money? That's the real question. Who's getting the inheritance? Canada gets long winters, 1 week of fake spring to get our hopes up. More snow and blizzards, another fake spring, snow, and then finally spring. This weather be doing the uttermost. Like, make up your mind. What do you want from me? What do you want? Did I not say thank you enough? Did I not appreciate your presence enough to acknowledge you? The weather says no. Notice me more, and then I'll do right. I feel like the weather's just jealous. He has this fake love because we didn't notice the weather enough. A gold digger. I could have, because Don technically, he's not dating anyone, but he does have a crush on Sandy Fairchild, a random NPC sim. But then there are times where I'm thinking he could eventually go out on a date and find a matchmaker to get him a date. No, he does not have a helipad. I would get him one, but like, I don't know. It would be interesting to have one though, honestly. Let me get some fences back here. I have also learned I should probably play in Belladonna Cove, and I hardly play in that world. But should he get a helipad though? Does he really need one? I mean, granted, he does have all this money in the world, and he's not really using it for anything other than his kids and his bills. He has 2 vacation homes, one he gave to Flynn and one that he has by himself. He's thinking about buying another vacation home, but he doesn't really know where and what kind. He wants to make sure he's setting up all of his kids for success and not failure. And I think that's like a good thing for him. Like, setting his kids up for success, not failure, is a smart thing for him. Because he didn't have a lot growing up. He didn't really have the best life. No one really, well, everyone liked him, but not his mother or father. They didn't like him that much. He was a wild child, really. I'll put the slide over here. And put the ladder over here. This side. Pull lights. Oh, to the park. Oh, go to the park. Yeah. I could also build a cemetery. That's something I need to do. Build a cemetery so I can put all the gravestones where they should be. You can buy another plot of land just for the helipad. That is true. That is true. You know what? We might just do that. We just might do that. We might just eventually just buy a plot of land just for his helipad alone. But we definitely need a cemetery, so we have to build one eventually soon. We'll do that on stream. I don't know about today, but probably a different stream though. Because I realized that with all the Sims end up just out of nowhere just dying. And they don't go anywhere unless you put them on a certain lot. And I kind of want to replicate like the Sims 3, where if someone dies, they go to the cemetery and that's where you place them. And we can make it a little bit more decorative and exciting. Yeah, that'd be fun. A little unaliving never hurt nobody, right? Right. We need pool improvements in the Sims 4 slides, curve pool pieces. Yes, we definitely do. I would love to see, oh, almost at a slip and slide, but we already have one of those. But I would love like a slide, more ways to like make your pools a bit more curvier and different. And then the Sims 3 had it. I think it was an Island Paradise, I think, where you could have a bar within the water, like a pool bar. Is that what it's called? A pool bar? Either way, I would love to have one of those. But I think if they were ever going to update the pools, they would give us hotels. Or at least I would hope they would. That would be very nice to update pools, give us hotels. Because then it would just make so much sense. You know? Oh, and Flynn can have a fixer-upper car. That could be fun. And then I want to also get the, what's it, the radio station. That's not it. I want to get a garden plot in the front yard. Garden plots. I'll put that much. And then put like benches around it. Yeah. Gamer Mellow Yellow. I love that emote. It's honestly one of my ultimate favorite emotes ever to exist. Let's be real here. So good. Diving boards, yes. A proper diving board. Lifeguards. Well, technically we already have a lifeguard career, but what if it was interactive? Where we could go to the pools and interact with all the other Sims and rescue them from like drowning or whatever. Like, I think that would be really interesting. I'll like delete this much and place down here. There we go. That's better. But I think that'd be fun to have a proper pool things, pool attire, or technically better swimsuits. More swimsuits that look different with neutral and bright tone color swatches, and not too many patterns. Because I think too many patterns is okay, but I don't really want pattern type things anymore. Well, now that I don't want that there anymore. Oh, I have this thing. Never mind. I can put this. Actually, I can put. Oh, I can't put that there. I can put this here then. And I might as well. Gonna make it just that much, and then I can do a little wraparound to whatever reason. But then they can't get to this part. Do I have room in the backyard for the garden? I do. I'll move it. I'm gonna move my garden to the backyard. My front yard idea is not working. But I can utilize the front yard as a lemonade stand and things for the kiddos. When they age up, they can have things they can do. Where is the lemonade stand? I've sworn I saw it recently. Lemonade stand is... Ah, here it is. I found it. We'll get 2 of them. Yeah. Yeah, like a pool pack or like a pool kit. That could be fun. A pool kit, proper swim attire, new pool related items. Yes, I agree. A playground? Oh, that's a good idea. A playground in the front yard instead of the backyard. It sounds good. I like that idea. Okay, let's add in... I keep moving past it every time. Ah, here it is. Ooh, we'll get one of the merry-go-rounds. And we'll move the lemonade stand actually over here. Move that over here for a split second. And I think having a swing in the front could be nice. Yeah. One singular swing. And I could technically move this over a little bit more over to the side. We have a little bit more wiggle room to add in 2 swing sets instead of 1. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. My first pool kit. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind that, actually. I wouldn't mind a pool kit, but I wonder how they would do it though. Like, what would they include? Because usually they always end up going with like one or the other, like if it's only create a sim or build and buy. But I never really know if they would ever do a combination. The other night I was playing Sims 4 and I went to the Spice Festival to harvest the plants. And your sim actually won the spice eating contest. And I was looking at the vendors and I thought they said, oh, and I thought they should have food stalls for dessert. Honestly, I forget about the Spice Festival sometimes. I'll go and I'll grab all the harvestables, but then I will end up leaving and doing nothing else. I always forget about that stuff. But it would be cool though if they had desserts at the food stalls. That would be a cool change for them to add in. Maybe that could be an update, like a refresh to city living maybe. Ooh, more floaties would be nice, yes. Okay, let's add in our front door. Oh, the fact that it's centered. I did not plan that. The fact the door was centered pleases me. I've never used this door before. Ooh, that's an interesting door. We do need more door options. Not well, in this game we really do. But they'll never go back and make this game. They'll never like retouch it, but like still it would be cool if we had more like singular door options. I would love to see that actually. But imagine if they came back and said, we're revamping The Sims 2. And I'm like, here's a list of things that I would like to see changed and added. I would send a fully worded email of a 20,000 page document of things I would like to see added or changed in The Sims 2 if they ever did a revamp. Like, I'll be one of the first ones, like, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is what needs to be changed. I forgot to mention that with your mom and her friend went to Disneyland in China. Wait, there's a Disneyland in China? Wait, when did they add that in? Oh, I don't remember that at all. That's another place I have to go to then. The more you know, the better. I'll make this like a little office for Dawn. I'll be a little office for Dawn, Mr. Daniel Duck. Not Duck Daniel, Dan. Don. Donathan. Never mind. Dan was on the brain for a split second. But that will be Dawn's office. This will be the foyer. This will be a little bathroom. I kind of want to split a lot of things in half. This will be where the kitchen will be, and I have to split a lot of bathrooms and bedrooms in half. Ooh, it's gonna be a little bit tricky. I probably should have made the house a little bit bigger, but that's okay. You're working on planting some seeds for your garden this summer. Ooh, what kind of seeds? Or what kind of things are you planting? Okay, Flynn's and the twins' bedroom. And then Dawn's bedroom will be, well, not that small. It'll be this big. Yeah, I kind of like that. And they'll make this a little bit bigger. Yeah. And then, wait, we have our kitchen and our dining room and our living room all wrapped into one. Seems a bit logical, but I kind of want to make an opening here. That way we have something to show for. Oh, they don't have anything like that, like the stalls that are there. It just has one dessert and should be an easy SC next shop. Yeah, definitely. There's a Disneyland in China in a small town called Shanghai. How did I not know about that? I knew they had one in Paris, but not in China, in Shanghai. Disney. Oh, that's not as well as Disneyland. Oh, 2016 is when they opened it. Not bad. Your cat is meowing at the wall. Weird. Oh. Should we be concerned? Enjoy your lurk, Zach. I wonder, you know, have you ever seen that one episode of Phineas and Ferb where Phineas and Ferb make this weird contraption of trying to figure out what the animals are saying or thinking? I wish that device was real, because then you can see like, so this is what my cats and dogs and birds and animals were thinking this whole time. Whoever would have thought? The more you realize, the more you think about it, animals are technically human at the end of the day. There was nothing there, and I was like, is there a ghost? Is there a ghost? Could be. Do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in the supernatural? Oh, you know what, actually? I kind of don't want to have an office. I can eventually, when Flynn moves out, I can convert his bedroom into an office. Oh, it's gonna be great. Okay, so we can actually make this a bathroom, of course, always. But then we need to... Hold up. Go back. Back to the drawing board. We gotta split this in half. I could technically make this right here a bedroom. Move this door over here. Make this a bedroom. Make a little entrance. This will be Dawn's bedroom. And then I can cut this out. Still make this the Flynn and the twins' bedroom. But then we can have a bathroom. Ooh. In the front yard would be weird. I seen one before at the Vajay murder house, and it was a ghost hunter. I've always thought, you know, what would it be like to be a ghost hunter? I've always found those things very fascinating to me. I guess because I played so much of The Sims 3 of being a ghost hunter, I'm like, oh, this will be easy. No. Or I watch too much Supernatural, I'm like, oh, this will be easy. No. I guess you wouldn't know since every Christmas time of the year, there's a holy event parade or whatever it's called when they think it's either Thanksgiving or Christmas. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I only knew about the Disney one in Paris, Florida, California, and I think one other one, but yeah, I didn't know about the Shanghai one. Those are interesting facts to know, though. It's over here. 10. I always end up doing the same window placements everywhere. And then I end up doing my layout afterwards. I'm trying to figure out, how do I want to make this interesting? I could Put a bathroom here. Put a bedroom right here. Oh, that's too small. Oh no, a little bit bigger. And then do like this, a little bit smaller. There we go. Have this be bedroom 1, bedroom 2, bathroom, another bedroom, kitchen, dining room could be in the middle, and then like the living room could be right here. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Layouts are definitely a little bit confusing. Once you kind of figure out the main things, it kind of gets easier. I would hope so. You never believed in that before? I used to watch a lot of Supernatural growing up, so I'm like, ooh, are ghosts real? I feel so scared because my mom said China in April is the month of Halloween for people in China. Really? The more you know. I didn't know that. Could be. You think you broke your knuckle? You hit it on the computer? Oh, be careful. Be careful. Oh, wait, yes. I forgot to mention, shell tours are next week. That's right. Shell tours are next week. They're due this week on the 8th. I forgot to mention that. I always forget to mention literally half of the things that I've been doing. But yeah, I'm excited for shell tours next week. It's gonna be really fun. You haven't done a shell challenge in forever, Savvy. So now we get to see all your creativity of what you've done with the shell. I know the theme was like nursery, infants, and whatever, but I always want to know like what theme, because everyone has like a way of stylizing bedrooms. I'm interested in seeing how you did yours. I think I did two. I think I did 2 shells, or no, 2 nurseries in like the span of a day. I don't know why, but making nurseries are a lot more fun. You're having some, oh no, it's fine. Honestly, it's okay. We're almost ending soon anyway. It's okay. Sleep is good. We all have to sleep very soon at some point. Luke, why are you bullying me? Luke likes to bully people for no reason. I don't know what to tell you, people. This Luke character in my chat likes to bully people. So. I just think that a house is overwhelming for me. Oh yeah, I like doing the house shows, but there's so much. And I don't get to tour them all, so rooms are more relaxing and easygoing. But Luke, I've already had several triplets in this game in The Sims 2. Like several, like 2-minute account. I don't need no more. These Sims are becoming overly populated and they gotta learn self-control. Luke is innocent. What do you mean? What do you mean? Luke was playing The Sims 3 earlier today, which, by the way, how did that go? How did the end of your stream go? Because I wasn't able to catch the whole thing, but hopefully it went great. I find with The Sims 3, a leprosy challenge is probably one of my most favorite challenges I've played in The Sims 3, other than doing like a regular legacy. And Coupon, hello! You finally got our dinner guests out of the door, so here I am to see you. It's good seeing you as well. I hope the dinner was good, even if I'm the imposter on Thursday, maybe. You know, I think there is a thing on crowd control. There is a thing on crowd control where you can make it for, oh wait, never mind, I was wrong. I thought I was right, but I was wrong. No, but they should. I think honestly it would be very cool if crowd control had a thing for Among Us. When are we doing our next Discord violent mod call? I'm dead. Not the violent mod call. Oh, I can use the kid furniture. I forgot about that. I'm gonna make you a surfer. Did you see there's a new wildflower update? I did. We're gonna be, well, I won't be here when the update drops, so we'll have to play it afterwards when I get back. Dear Lord. Yikes. But we're gonna be playing the new wildflower update after I come back from my trip. And there's also gonna be some other things launching soon too, like the farm DLC for house flippers coming out soon. Wildflowers is getting an update on the 28th. And something else is happening this month that I can't remember. Like, there's so much, and I'm so excited. I think all the recolors are working. Oh, recolors are so simple. I think once you get the hang of it, it's easy. It's a breeze. It's a breeze. Where am I going? I'm just going to a St. Jude event. That's all. I'm going to a St. Jude event. I've been before, so I get to meet people again for a change. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be really nice meeting people again and like being in front of my friends and hanging out with them for a couple of days. But yeah. But I am looking forward to Wildflowers. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. No, never mind. That was just a movie. Yeah, Wildflowers is getting an update. And then Houseford gets a new DLC. But Tabico and anyone who has not been in the chat in the past like hour or so, if y'all don't know, we're getting a Shrek 5. We are getting a Shrek 5 movie. Not a hoax. It's real. It's in the works. I didn't really manifest it. It just happened. So, yeah. Yeah. That's, no, I did not manifest it, Dabney. I never said anything. You have no physical proof. Ooh, that looks interesting. Oh. Ooh. Not the zebra room. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there was a Shrek 4. Also you spelled my name wrong too, so that I don't know who that Stefan is. I don't know who that person is. My name has an E in it, so. But yeah, there was a Shrek 5. There's a Shrek 4. But this one's different though, because like, it has it where, okay, what? I'm gonna hide it from myself, I don't see it. Anyway, but yeah, I think that wasn't Shrek 4 about them going to, not far, far away, but getting Prince Arthur, King Arthur? I forget. What was Shrek 4 about? Also, Coupon, thank you for the $5 donation to Hope for Haiti, by the way. I really appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you. We're getting very close. Actually, at $300. At $300. By the way, if you all didn't know, at 300, I'm gonna have to wear a chicken outfit. I have a chicken onesie sitting in my closet, waiting to be used. So if you have an extra simoleons or two, you would like to see me wear a chicken costume, I have things. So if you want to donate, the link is in the chat. Shrek didn't want his current life. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, that makes more sense. I didn't, you know, number 4 was a little bit funky. It wasn't bad, but it was like my cup of tea. And pleasure to donate. It's not much. You know, honestly, it's a lot. Honestly, Coupon, whatever you were able to donate, I appreciate it. $5 is a lot of money. That's $5 that didn't have before. So I appreciate it so much. Every dollar amount counts No matter how big or how small it might be, it truly, truly does make a huge impact. So thank you so much. I think I've only seen the first two in the Puss in Boots movie like 5 times against my will. Oh, against your will. Interesting. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, I enjoyed Shrek 2 more because I had Shrek 2 on DVD and Shrek 1 on VHS. Those were the days. A VHS tape was a time. Oh, wow. Now, where is that IKEA collection? This is the home. That is European. Heck. Living room. Ah, here it is, bedroom. Okay. This would be Flynn's bedroom. I saw the new Puss in Boots movie, and you know what? That movie was not that bad. It was not that bad. Was it needed? No. But it wasn't bad. But yeah, Shrek 2 was way better. I think, honestly, they could have stopped at number 2, and I would have been fine. Number 3 was acceptable. I didn't mind it at all. I didn't like it, but 4 was just unnecessary. It did not have a purpose for me. They're making a live action Moana movie. They're making... Did I ever say they're making another Toy Story movie? Did I say they're making a Toy Story 5? Google. Toy Story 5. Huh? What? Wait a minute. Oh, it's in development. It's real. Okay. I think I did. Yeah. Oh, I did? Oh. You know, honestly, I think we're talking about how Toy Story 5 should be different, where Andy should come back. I don't care about Bonnie. Give me Andy. The boy who lived. You got all the 4 on Blu-ray and 3D. No way. And on Blu-ray? That's fancy behavior. You fancy. Oh, you forgot Forever existed. If I ever do a marathon, I will watch only 1 to 3. You know, understandable. Very smart. So would I. So would I. Oh, I don't want this window. Delete it. Back over here. But you know what does not need to happen? Home Alone 7. Andy should come back. Oh, you did something? Oh, what did you do? Yay! Dabney's gonna be a Sims 2 streamer now. I'm gonna force all of my friends to play The Sims 2. If it's the last thing I do, Luke better play it next, or I'll cry. Maybe. What do you mean maybe? What is that? What is that word? What's maybe mean? But no, I think honestly, yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. What do I have today? We can probably chit chat about that later. Honestly, Luke might know if he's still here. He probably could help you. Because I've never downloaded Sims 2 like that. I've only downloaded Sims 2 from like Origin and stuff. So I'm not entirely sure. That's good enough. Oh, he's gonna help you. Okay, good, cool. Good. I'm lost on what to do now. Honestly, once you figure it out and Luke can help you, you're gonna be a pro. I'll teach you all about building. Did I not? Oh, I deleted all the doors before. That's right. Building in The Sims 2 is so different compared to The Sims 3 and 4. Like it's like a whole other like world. But if you are free, I do need help with proximity chat and so on. Yeah, I can. Our dinner guests were delightful. New people in our area slash church. They stayed way longer than I had hoped. Must be that they had a great time. You know, I would think so. I would hope so. Because there are times where I'm like, it was nice meeting you, Shirley and Fred and little Jimmy. But it's like 10 o'clock. Can you get out of my house? I got work in the morning. Like, oh, I didn't see the time. The time just slipped by. I had a great time though. Like, yeah, okay, please leave. I want to go to bed. Like, hello. Like you stayed here a little bit too long. Like it's like 10 p.m. You've had your food. We made a little chit chat moment, and I think it's your time to skedaddle. Get out of my house, cause I'm tired. But I'm not wrong though. But think about it though. People stay way too long. I'm like, you want to pay rent? You want to live? You want to move in? Say the word. We got extra room right next door. Let me know, and I'll let you in. Imagine. I'm all for making nice and chit chat, but that's too long. They gotta go. I get tired. When I'm in social active, like I'm in a social place with a lot of people, extroverted people make me more exhausted. I have a limit on how much interaction I can have a day. And if I have too much interaction, I become mentally drained and tired and want to leave and not exist anymore, you know? Why they always show up like, You were hanging out with your friend on the weeknight last week, and she was like, oh, can you take me home around 11 p.m.? I'm like, bestie, I work at 8. Y'all gotta go home at 9. It's like, bestie, I work at 8. It's like 10 p.m. We leaving now. Like, if you want to go, if you want to stay up a little bit longer, you can, but I ain't gonna do that. No. Oh, we only have toddlers in here, and they don't age it for another couple of days, so we have to might do a few of these toys around here. I don't know. I'm a homebody. I'm an introvert. I don't go nowhere, and I'm like, I don't want to be seen out longer than I have to. I like to rest in peace, so I can get a good night rest, and then get up in the morning feeling rejuvenated about life. You know, that's all we need. That's all we really need. Oh, you take it as a compliment that new people to stay longer? Oh yeah, so do I. I think if it gets new people, then yeah, I'm fine with it. But if I've known you for like a whole year and you stay 5 hours longer than you should have, something gotta change. I love you dearly, but you live right next door. Please leave my house. I want to go to bed. Mainly, I just want to watch Grey's Anatomy, really. That's just really the gist of things. I just want to watch Grey's. And not look at the door the whole time they're there. And yeah. I have been to places that I could not wait to go and get tired, not to look at the door too much. I'm the same way. Look, I don't want to be rude or anything, but I gotta get up at this time to get some rest in. Because if I don't get my rest in, I get cranky. You know, it's weird. Oh, wait, today's Wednesday. Oh, wait, no, today's Tuesday. Oh. Nothing's on today. At least tomorrow, Abbott Elementary comes back. That's nice, at least. Abbott Elementary comes back tomorrow, and I'm so excited. And we have a few things that we can place in our little area here. There's no way that TV was centered. This house is a miracle. The fact that was centered brings me so much joy. Like, hello? Ooh, no, that is mismatched to the third degree. I like me time too, but I need some face to face with people and that physical connection too. Yeah. So me too. I can only handle so much. 5 hours is my limit in person, and I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go home. I'm tired. I got to feed my pets. And they're like, but you don't have any pets. Yeah, I do. I have a bunch of pets. Shirley, Jack, Jill, April, Jackson, Meredith. I have all those pets to feed and acknowledge. I'm gonna make sure they're all well fed and feeling happy. Yeah. I think I want to do like a rounded, not a rounded couch, but an L-shaped couch. I'm gonna change the color of the stereo because it's not matching my walls, not one bit. That's like brownish green, a little bit too much darkness. That looks good. We live for symmetry always, always. Whenever people overstay their welcome, my mom will say to her husband, "All right, let's go to the bed," and so these nice people can go home. You know, a good segue. I like that. I'm writing that down as we speak. That's a good segue. Yeah. Looks like it's time to go to bed and feed my zoo. Yeah. I gotta feed my children. Did you get the junk car? I did. Apparently Don had that car for a long time in his inventory. I think that might have been from his first ever house he had. And I forgot he had a car, and we didn't really need to use the car because we lived on a hill and had no space to put a little carport. We've had that for a while, I think. I kind of want to have this couch. Oops. Oh, that's not centered. Why is that not centered? Okay. Ooh. And I forget the cheats. I don't want to do it. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back. L-shaped couch it is. I'm going to push it back though. But I also feel like at the same time, using just regular couches will be fine. Like that's not centered. So what shenanigans did I miss in the first 2.5 hours? So basically, oh, hold up one second. Basically what had happened is that we were able to kick out Isabel, which if you don't know Isabel, Isabel is Daniel Pleasant's last wife and baby mama. And what had happened is that ever since Isabel moved in with Angela Pleasant into her home, Angela was not really having it one bit, not even once. Okay, there we go. So Angela near done slapped Isabel across the room several times, and they have a really bad relationship right now. So we ended up having Isabel pretty much move out of Angela's house into an apartment unit that I built a while ago with her son Gregory, which she got back, by the way. And then she ended up renovating her apartment a little bit to make it her own. Angel now has her 2 kids, Leo and her daughter. Brandy got Janessa into private school. Found out Brandy and her husband Vincent Hurt are $50,000 in debt, which is not great, by the way. And Don moved out of his mansion and now lives in this like nice little secluded little neighborhood in his little home. But that's all we have done in the past 2.5 hours, really. And Fawn and Games, welcome in. It's good seeing you today. Hope all is well. But the shenanigans are going great. I was gonna be playing a little bit longer with some of the other older townies because I'm trying to play with all the elders before I play with the other Sims so I don't progress their life stage too far. Because I'm trying to get Dawn, Mary Sue, Brandy, and Nina to die in my games so I can like go to the next generation and play with them. So it's been a moment. It has been a moment in this family, this whole household. But we can say though, Don is a family man now. Even though he does have 5 kids by 4 different people. He has had a long fulfilled life where he's reflect on his past, his present, and what he wants to achieve for his future for his kids. He was able to afford 2 vacation homes, one for himself and then one for Flynn, who by the way is Dina and Mortimer's child. And so Don gave a deed of a vacation home to Flynn for whatever reason, if he wants to like do some vacation when he gets older, which is nice. But I've also thought about of buying another vacation home just so we have a lot more plot of land to go to if we want to go somewhere and escape life. It's been a moment. Maybe the couches with the 3 cushions would be more centered. But yeah, that's a little spiel. With the 3 cushions? Where did it go? Oh, like one of these right here. Well, not that one. That's this one right here. Oh yeah, that one looks a lot better. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one looks good. Yeah, new place. Thank you. But yeah, after all that trauma, I'm finally happy that Isabel was finally reunited with Gregory, because that was traumatic. I don't think I've ever experienced my Sims ever getting their child taken away. But I have a mod in my game where if something happens, they get like another chance. So the fact that Isabel got her child taken away because of her ex-fiance from the city, which we'll have to go through that eventually soon. It's gonna be a moment. We have to like dig a little bit further into Isabel's past. Her ex-fiance is kind of taking revenge on her because I think his name is Charlie or whatever. Apparently Isabel didn't scam him, more so took all of his money because he rightly deserved it. He was cheating on her with somebody else at the time. Isabel didn't like it. She had a very successful lawyer, got pretty much all the money in the marriage. Charles or whatever his name didn't like it. And now he lives in a rinky-dink little sad little townhouse in downtown Pleasant View. So he's not doing so great. So he's taking revenge on why his life is so messy on Isabel and her child. Don's like kind of sus with that happening. I mean, when you look at his memories, he seems more happier. I think so. Never. No, we did. Okay, we're here. Perfect. Oh, and our little bed. Over here. I'm so blind. The website literally has an install instructions below the download. No, it's fine. It's okay. When the tiredness really hits you, it's rough. I understand. Sometimes I just like blatantly just ignore everything I see on download pages and like, oh, this is fine. And then I'm wondering why nothing's working because I didn't read the instructions. So honestly, Bessie, I understand. It's been a rough couple of days. It's been a lot. A lot has been going on. Over here. Actually, that's not work. There we go. Oh. Oh. Okay, let's put this here. Oh man, I wish I could put something over here. I'll have to furnish this house eventually later, but for the most part, I'm glad that Don's lived a happy long life. He's retired. He's a retired surgeon. He worked at Pleasant View General Hospital, Pleasant View General Hospital for about 40 years. And then he ended up retiring at level 8 of his career. He has very good skills, not a lot of charisma or cooking. but he has had a very long fulfilled life with his memories. He just learned long life happiness about how he really wanted to um, make his life going forward better for himself and his kids and everyone around him. He's made amends with a few people that he has wronged in his life, by the way. Cassandra's one of them, because he has wronged her 3 times by 3 different people. Caitlin Langerag and Nina and Dina Caliente. Didn't really reconcile a relationship with Nina that much, or Dina. Caitlin Langerag, not so much really, don't really talk anymore. But he has learned a lot. He became very rich. He's met a bunch of other Sims, learned lifelong happiness, bought 2 vacation homes, retired, Sonyador aged up, saw her graduate at Pleasant View University with honors at summa cum laude. Yeah, so there's been a lot of good moments, a lot of good than bad moments for his life, because he's seen the errors of his ways, of his consequences of his actions. But he's made the best of it. He's learning how to be a kind soul. Where did he go? Don? Oh, he's up here. Yeah, this little Donnie. This little Don. Yeah, here he is. I'm blown away that you can keep all this straight. Honestly, it's a lot. It's kind of overwhelming to keep thinking of like what happened in the past and like how can I make it better? Because I've been playing the same save file for like 6 years, and I do like a rotational gameplay whenever I can, and what I feel is right in a certain timeline. Like some Sims are on vacation, some are in university, some are living their lives, you know, what they want to do. And Dawn has pretty much been the forefront of this whole entire save of why I've done certain things. So I've based a lot of stories around, or I based a lot of stories in the neighborhood based on him. But also, I don't even have a spreadsheet. And I should make a spreadsheet at this point, because there's so many townies to the point where it's like, it's crazy. But the family tree does help. The family tree does help me keep somewhat of my ideas organized. Like you can see, Dawn has 5 kids by 4 different people. 1 by Cassandra in the very beginning when they were going to get married. Dawn cheated on Cassandra with Nina first. Or no, technically Dina first. Cassandra slapped him, forgave him. All while pregnant, by the way, with his child. Cheated again with Nina, got Nina pregnant. Cassandra found out, kicked his butt out, moved in with Nina, and then Dawn cheated on Nina with Daniel Pleasant. And at the time, Daniel Pleasant was cheating on Mary Sue with the maid. And when Mary Sue kicked Daniel out of his own house, blamed Lilith, who saw them kissing in the front yard. Literally happening. Daniel was dating Caitlin, who was his maid at the time. And then eventually, both Dawn and Daniel got together. They all broke up. They all moved in together, took the dog and all stuff like that. And it was just very, very weird in the end. So things got very complicated. I find with mainly Daniel and Dawn, but I feel very bad for Sonyador, because Sonyador, she wasn't born into this family. She was adopted into this family. I mean, along with Ellie too, which Ellie should be in here. Yeah, well, Ellie. But yeah, Sonyador, she got a lot of siblings and a lot of trauma. Luckily, she hasn't endured the trauma yet. The name of the series got one, Meet Them and Cheat on Them. Not the Meet Them and Cheat on Them. That's funny. It does make sense. But the thing is, though, who will get cheated on next? Because right now, Bambi's still a teen, about to go to university very soon. Sonyador graduated and moved out. Jonathan, I think, is still in university. It's last year right now. Or you might have moved. Actually, no. Jonathan moved out of university already, so he's fine. So did Sonyador. Bambi's going to go to college soon. Nina's about to die soon. Lynn's going to go to university soon as well. Because I'm trying to think about all the Sims that need to move to university for Gen 2 to kind of move forward a little bit faster. Let me go back to this household here. Hold up. That's invalid, basically. Yeah, anyway, so here you are, Dawn. There we go. Okay, so Bambi is going to university. And then Flynn's going to university as well. But who else? Oh, Bambi, Flynn, Ellie, and I think Camden and Bo are also still going to university as well. Skip might still be there too, but I'm thinking I might have him drop out and do like a little character villain arc for him or something. I don't know why. I haven't figured that out yet. But yeah, there's been a lot of moments where I'm thinking, who should go to university, who should not, who should drop out. It all boils down of how will things turn out for them on the end, like in the future, basically. Oh, did I tell you, by the way, that Mary Sue burned her parents alive in a fire in her childhood house? Yeah, that happened. So yeah, what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, so Mary Sue basically burned her house down with her parents in it. And because here's the thing. When Mary Sue, let me find her. 1 second. Yeah. So when Mary Sue was married to Joe Pleasant, if you remember so long ago, Mary Sue was all sad and alone and divorced and stuff like that. Found Joe Pleasant through the matchmaker, made a deal with the matchmaker saying if Joe tries to divorce you, leave you, he's legally obligated to get married to you again. He's done that 3 times, by the way, because Mary Sue is psychotic. But luckily Joe was a lawyer and was able to find a way to find a loophole to get out of that contract, and it was great. And then Joe was like, Mary Sue was like, you can't divorce him. We have a legally binding contract, whatever. And Joe was like, no, there's a loophole. I can divorce you at any time I want to. You just said I couldn't. So Mary Sue was like, I will destroy your life. I will make sure that you'll never find love ever again. Currently, Joe is living in Pleasant View right now in, I think, close by, actually. And Joe was saying, if you try to ruin my life, I'm going to ruin your life. And at this time, Mary Sue was living with her parents in their old little childhood home. And Joe was like, I'm going to burn your house down. And he was like threatening Mary Sue, saying, I will burn your house down if it's the last thing I do. And Mary Sue was like, oh, you can't burn my house down if I'm going to do it anyway. Because she was pretty much done with her life. She was done with the whole Pleasant View drama. Sad that, she couldn't really groom her child, Ellie Pleasant. By the way, Mary Sue only adopted Ellie into the family because she wanted to groom her to be like Angela, or the past Angela, the goody two-shoes, know-it-all, smarty pants Angela. Because Angela basically said, Mom, I hate you. You are making me feel way worse than I already should. So much trauma in that household. And you just really just weren't the best mom. So out of spite, Angela was like, I'm going to date and marry Dustin Broke, and I'm going to have a kid with him, if you like it or not. And so she did in university. And then when Mary Sue found out, she basically disowned all of her kids, including Lilith, and then adopted Ellie. And then when Angela found out at the end of her university career that Mary Sue adopted a child to groom her into the past Angela, Angela graduated, was top of the honors, by the way, wonderful. Moved out, and she lives over here. Angela and Dustin live over here with her two other kids, Charlotte Marie and Leo Oliver. And I have to say that when Ellie moved in, she was protected, safe, fine, great. Mary Sue moved out of the mansion that lived over here, had moved into townhouses that were over here that I later on demolished. And then that's when she started dating Joe and married or whatever. But basically, her childhood home was over here. And Mary Sue still lives over here. Even though she did burn down pretty much everything in her home, the house is basically empty. And yeah. So it's been rough. It's been rough for Mary Sue. She's spiraled a lot. She's slowly losing her mind, and I don't know if it's gonna get better. I think that she needs to figure out a way where she won't go to jail, because Joe's still alive, by the way. Joe lives over here with soon-to-be wife, Cara Buckingham, which I think she is pregnant or not, I can't remember. But Joe lives over here, and I'm thinking that Joe, since he is a lawyer, or soon to be a lawyer, I might find a way where Mary Sue has to go to jail. Or get sent to the hospital or something. So that might be a thing that we might do for the future. We'll have to definitely figure out where we're going to put the jail prison area in Pleasant View. But we already have the cemetery that we're going to build over here. Cemetery over here. Prison's going to be placed somewhere. Because Mary Sue gotta go. Mary Sue got to go. It doesn't look a very interesting twist. It does. It does. So this will be interesting. Next time on Pleasant View, does Mary Sue go to jail or does she go to a psychiatric hospital? Dun dun dun. But there's so many red flags. So many red flags. And granted, Mary Sue was heartless. She didn't like anyone. She didn't even want any kids to begin with. She just wanted to earn money. So I'm honestly not surprised that she wasn't shocked that Daniel cheated on her with the maid. Like, she was completely phased. I can't remember, but I remember something. I think, because I think my game didn't recognize that Daniel was cheating on Mary Sue. Because normally what happens is that the game will have another sim react if they're cheating. Like, they can sense another sim cheating on them. And I think the game didn't recognize that Daniel was cheating on Mary Sue at the time. Either way, checks out. I don't know what to tell you, but it's crazy. It's crazy. But I guess we can go ahead and do the the lovely clip of the day and see what is what for the Randy clip. For the Randy clip. Ooh, you know what? Since it's only 9:25, I think what I might do tonight is I'm going to make sweet potato fries in my air fryer, which will be very good. Very excited about that. With 2 Beyond Burgers that I got from Sam's. Dun dun dun. But yeah, honestly though, hopefully y'all had fun and enjoy your time here, because I sure definitely did. Anytime that I play The Sims 2, I'm always beyond shocked about how my game is going to be, but also how is it going to end. It was always so shocking. Yeah, it sounds really good. I'm actually very excited to eat it. I love Beyond Burgers. They're very delicious. And then the potato fries are also very good too. So I'm going to eat good tonight and I'm going to fall asleep like nobody's business. Okay, let me make sure all my things are good to go. Yeah, no problem. I always have fun sharing my gameplay with you all. Because the next time we play Sims 2 will probably be next week. But then on Friday, we're going to be playing our Sims 3 Leprosy Challenge in The Sims 3. And then 100 Baby on Saturday. But Gillette Valley is starting tomorrow. So I am very excited about that. Tomorrow, Gillette Valley Twitch drops. It's going to be epic. And then Among Us on Thursday. A clip of the day. You haven't tried Beyond. I'm allergic to some of them. Really? Oh. But they're so good. Alrighty. Clip of the day. Besties. Let's see what we got. I want to do a pew. Oh. Hello? Ooh. It sounds so funny. What? That's a funny sound. Okay. I need to go back over here. Why do I why do I look like a... You know, wearing this chicken outfit looks very funny. But also, what's even crazier though, when I was doing all this, I found a dead body. That's a funny sound. Okay. I need to go back over here. Oh my god. I want to do a pew pew. Oh, hello? Did I say I want to do a pew pew? Why do I look sad down here? I feel like I was like losing my mind slowly but surely. But why did I say I want to do a pew pew? Oh, there's a task in the game called I want to do a pew pew. Oh. Well, untimely about that because then I saw a dead body on the floor. Not really fun. Sound? Okay. I need to go back over here. Oh my god. I want to do... Anyway. Anyway, Among Us, it's always shocking. You never know what to expect. You just hope that it turns out interesting, where I don't unalive, but also I hope that I don't get kicked out. See, my plans for Thursday, everyone on that group on Thursday for Among Us will rue the day, as we all know. But I can firmly believe that I will win. I think I'm a good liar. I have very good acting skills, you know. I'm an actor and stuff. But but no, I feel like with all the times I played Among Us in the past like 2 years or so, I feel like I'm good at lying. I feel like I'm gonna be very good at lying on Thursday. They won't know a thing. Not even Luke himself. Acting, lying, same thing, right? You know what? Yes. That does make sense. It's pretty much the same thing. Because you're playing a character that's not you, so you're technically lying. Wow. The more you think of that's just weird. Wow. The more you think about it, acting is like lying because you're not really playing yourself. You're playing a character with these lines that you don't really know as much. Wow. Crazy. Crazy. Wow. But friends, we shall go on a lovely thing that I like to call a bit of a raid. But also, the quote of the day is, who needs spelling when you can have random words? Yes. Sometimes the best words are the random words because random words mean that you don't really have to speak English. But also sometimes you can just be who you want to be and make no sense. Sometimes making no sense is the best sense, and that's all that matters, really, right? Right? Sometimes making no sense is the best sense. And friends, I would like to send you all over to my good friend, House Plant Girl, who's currently playing, who's doing a Nepo baby build, which I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds interesting, and I'm very curious about this. But just know, we love a good builder. But also, they're a part of our charity fundraiser. They're not fundraising right now, but they are part of my campaign, and I would love to send you all over to another good friend who will be fundraising very soon. But they're doing some building at the moment. They're going to be chilling like a villain and doing some fun stuff. So I'm very excited. But yeah, let's go rate House Plant Girl. And they are 18 plus and 420 friendly. So they're not a family friendly person, which is totally fine. We're all adults. We're all adults. I'm an adult. I am an adult. Stop. Anyway, but yeah, what if random words are in different languages? You have a point. You have a point. But yeah, thank y'all for hanging out with me though. Overall, I really thoroughly appreciate every single last one of you all. Sometimes I make no sense, and that's totally okay. You adult it really hard. Very good. Same here. I adult it very hard. I have you know, I paid my bills on time. So I am adult and I hate it. But what else is new though? Anyway, I will see you all tomorrow morning if you'll be here for some Disney Jeanette Valley for the Twitch drops. If you will, it's at 10 a.m. Central. If not, I'll see you all when I see you all. Goodbye! do, 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 do.